Chapter 51. Is this the headquarters of Phantom? Macau was also shocked. Hey. This is too exaggerated. The guild is moving. Everyone was shocked, even the usually noisy Natsu was surprised by the scene in front of him. They actually used this method to attack, totally unexpected. When everyone exclaimed, only Julia said calmly, very capable, this is interesting. Makarov and Izuna looked at the behemoth in front of them indifferently, without any interest in their eyes. Finally, Izuna took the lead in breaking the silence and asked, President, are you not going to take action? Makarov also replied, I should be the one asking you this. Are you not going to show your true strength and continue to hide it like this? Hehe, I didn't deliberately hide my strength, it's just that I haven't met a magician who can match my strength. Izuna shouted to everyone, everyone, prepare for defense, the opponent is going to start attacking. What? Don't they want Gajil's life? Then a cannon appeared at the headquarters of the Spectre, facing the Fairy Tale Guild. And the countdown has begun inside the Spectre headquarters. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Fire, destroy him. Iluza, who saw this scene, turned around and shouted to everyone, oops, everyone get down. Then she changed into the diamond armor to block this wave of attacks. As Jupiter was launched, Urza also prepared for defense. Just when Jupiter and Urza's defense collided with each other, Izuna made a move. The sky river turns at night. In just a moment, a huge blue and black magic circle appeared in front of Urza. With the appearance of the magic circle, Jupiter's large amount of magic power was instantly absorbed, and then it was launched at the Phantom. Everyone was stunned. What's going on? Is it Izuna's new magic? Or the secret of Dragon Slayer? Okay, Jupiter's next launch needs to be charged for 15 minutes. Listen to my arrangements next. Everyone instantly quieted down, waiting for Izuna's next instructions. After defeating the 4 elements, this moving castle is useless. Natsu, go fight the fire element. Yoshi. I'm on fire. Gray, you go fight the water element. Got it. Iluza, you go fight the wind element. He shouldn't be very strong now. Yet. Elfman. Suddenly, Elfman was at a loss for a moment when his name was called. He asked weakly, me. Yet. You go fight the earth element. Don't shout about being a man every day but can't beat the opponent's strength. When you beat him, you will be a real man. Elfman understood the meaning of this sentence. Because of Listena's death, he worked hard to make himself stronger and determined to become a man. Now the opportunity has come. Don't worry, I'm a real man now. Myra said worriedly, Elfman. Elfman ignored Myra and rushed straight to the Phantom HQ and shouted, let's go. Natsu and others smiled knowingly and shouted, the war is about to start. Go. Izuna smiled at Myra and whispered, Myra, don't worry, Elfman has become a real man now. Myra smiled and said, yes, Elfman is a man now. Then what are we going to do? Are we just going to sit here and watch our companions rush forward while we do nothing? Are you ready to deal with these ghost soldiers created by Joseph? Natsu and his group found the corresponding 4 elements. This time, Natsu used his wisdom to destroy the crystal ball, and Elfman met Thor, the earth element. Thor used magic to create the appearance of Lisena, which reminded Elfman of the most painful past. Elfman finally received the Beast King and defeated Thor, delaying the time for Fairy Tale. Drip drip drip. Gray looked back, trying to see the source of the sound clearly. That's right, Juvia is one of the 4 elements, the rain girl, drip, drip. Gray questioned Juvia in front of him with a little anger, you are, one of the 4 elements. I didn't expect that 2 elements would be defeated, but don't underestimate Juvia and Aaliyah. Aaliyah? Is she the wind element that was beaten and fled by Julia? But. I'm sorry. No matter if it's a woman or a child, I will not kill anyone who hurts my companions. Show mercy. Gray and Juvia looked at each other, and finally Juvia turned around with a blush and said shyly, Is that so? Juvia lost, I wish you a happy game. Gray was confused by this operation and yelled, hey. What is this? Juvia was still covering her rapidly beating little heart and muttering to herself, what's wrong with me? Why is my heart beating so fast? Gray chased after him and shouted, wait a minute, stop the giant. But Juvia turned around and gave Gray a water flow restraint. Gray was trapped in it because of his carelessness, but then Gray used his own coldness to freeze Juvia's water flow restraint and escaped. Juvia looked at the scene in front of him and exclaimed, "This is the power of the Ice Mage, so beautiful. I didn't expect that he would suddenly launch a sneak attack, and he really did it." Gray and Juvia had to fight because of Lucy and the guild, and then Gray said to the sky, "What an annoying rain." Juvia thought Gray also hated rain, so she launched a fierce attack. Gray couldn't help but think of Izana's magic when he saw this scene, and then said, "I have seen water magic more powerful than yours. If I can't even pass your level, how can I become an S-class magician in the future?" Gray shouted loudly, "Fairies will never lose to mere ghosts." After saying that, he used all his strength to freeze Juvia's boiling water, the surrounding rain, and this moment. As Juvia lost, the two sat together and talked calmly. "How is it? Is it getting colder?" Juvia lay on the ground and watched the clouds in the sky gradually dissipate and said, "The rain stopped." Gray also looked at the sky and said, "Is it finally clear?" "This is the blue sky. This is the first time I've seen it." "First time? The blue sky is beautiful, isn't it?" "So beautiful, very beautiful." The relationship between the two began from this moment. Chapter 52. Skylia. Hehe, are you Urza Scarlet? Urza, the legendary fairy queen, how sad. I didn't expect that I would take the fairy queen's life just after I recovered. Urza stood there and looked at Aaliyah and whispered, "You are the one who was beaten away by Gilia, right?" Hehe, if she hadn't been careless for a moment, how could she have defeated me? It is rumored that Urza is the most powerful female magician among the fairies, so I'm sorry if I don't fight seriously. The next one will be Gilia from last time. After saying that, Aaliyah took off her blindfold and prepared to kill Urza with all her strength. The moment Aaliyah took off her blindfold, the huge magic power that had been suppressed appeared like a flood. "Come on, Fairy Queen. After the last battle, I have become stronger. The airspace of death. 0 start. This airspace will not only devour your life, but also the lives of your companions in the future." Iluza looked at Arya resolutely and said, "This is a magic that devours life. Why? Why dare to take people's lives so arrogantly? You bastards! Just enjoy this last moment. I want to see if you can hold on to this airspace." After saying that, he attacked Urza. Iluza picked up the sword and rushed over. Ah! The sword in her hand also gathered powerful magic and faith as well as the power of the companions fighting outside to protect her, and split Arya's airspace with one sword. Arya exclaimed, "My airspace has been cut off again." Iluza jumped up, changed into the sky wheel armor in the air, and swooped down. Heavenly Wheel. Sword of Chaos. After a scream, Aaliyah fell to the ground. Urza, who had her back to Aaliyah, said domineeringly, "You have the same hidden magic as Isa. The fact that you can escape from Gilia does not mean that you are strong, but only proves that she has never looked at you straight. Moreover, you were hit by Gilia's overlord sword and splitting slash. You should have died long ago. Even if your current strength is stronger than before, it should be because Joseph asked you to take drugs to force it. But this power is always external, but external is external after all. Even if you absorb it all, you can't consolidate yourself." Aaliyah's fall also made the magic circle of Jupiter outside disappear. The huge robot that turned from a guild also fell at this time. At this time, Joseph's voice came. "I didn't expect my 4 elements to lose. I don't know where Gajiel went. But I will make you understand that there will be no more miracles. Let me personally end this farce. Gajiel is here." Joseph. Izana walked out with Gajiel, who was tied up and tortured, and threw him in a conspicuous place, fearing that Joseph would not see him. "President! President!" Joseph said, "Waste." After defeating Arya, Urza heard Joseph's voice and went over. The ruler of Spectre has always been the #1 guild. It has the world's #1 magic, the best talents, and the best funds. But in the past few years, the power of Fairy Tail has grown rapidly. Mirage, Urza, Gilia, Mistgang, Laxus, and the most hateful and damnable Izana. The names of you have become so famous in our territory in recent years that even the name of the fire dragon has spread all over the country. The tone became more and more fierce as he spoke. I don't know when the ruler of Spectre and Fairy Tail became the 2 major guilds in this country at the same time, so I feel very unhappy. It's obviously a weak guild that doesn't make it into the mainstream. Shut up! Just when Urza was about to rush up, Izuna pressed her shoulder. Take Natsu and the others back to the guild. Isuna. Got it. Joseph spoke first. We meet again, Isuna. Yeah, we meet again. You are still so petty, are you going to fight because of jealousy? Hehe. I thought you couldn't use magic like Myra Jane, you have been hiding it for the past 2 years. It's okay, after all, these things are spread by people, and the more they spread, the more outrageous they are. Since you believe it, it means that there is something missing in your brain. Who are you blaming? Hearing this, Joseph also released all his strength, gathering a lot of magic around him, and rushed into the clouds. The people who were still fighting around the guild looked at the scene in front of them and said in surprise, what a powerful magic! Like the president, is Joseph the 10th saint? What an evil power! Who is fighting him? The battle between the 10th saint can be called the destruction of the sky. It's the level of destroying the world. Isuna. Makarov, who was sitting cross-legged on the ground, said, it's Isuna who went over. Then let's go and save him. Stop. The president used his huge arms to block the people who were about to go. Why? Are we going to watch Isuna fight alone? Makarov explained, you will only cause trouble if you go. Isuna's power is far beyond your imagination. Then he whispered, I also want to see Isuna's true strength. President. Times N. Just when everyone was angry that the president had such a mentality, another huge magic power broke through the clouds, the waves were rolling constantly, and the sea water was rising crazily. Death wave. Then a purple ball of light gathered in Joseph's hand and threw it towards Izuna, emitting a powerful beam. This attack caused the waves to explode, and as the attack ended, Izuna's body, which was pierced by magic, recovered. You are quite capable. Joseph also praised, you really have a way. You have such a huge magic power at such a young age, and you can dissolve it so easily. After the two chatted, Izuna took the lead in attacking Roar of the Water Dragon. Azure Slash. You are really young and formidable. But that's it, disappear, fairy tale. Erase it from history. Ha 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 ha. Joseph laughed crazily, and 2 groups of purple-black mist appeared behind him. Looking closely, they were all skulls. Hee hee. It's over. The phantom waves of the water dragon. Then he entered the dragon power mode. You are a dragon. Just when Joseph was still shocked, he didn't notice that the entire sea surface under the spectre was wrapped in a big cross, and then Izuna jumped up and came to the sky. What is this? Everyone in the guild outside was confused and shocked. Look, Izuna is out. An unknown person pointed at Izuna in the sky. Julia looked at Izuna's jumping posture in front of her and said, Dragon Slayer secret. Makarov asked, what did you say? Everyone also looked over. It's my brother's Dragon Slayer secret. This is the second time I've seen my brother use it. Izuna in the sky said coldly to the people below, Dragon Slayer secret. Gushing hatred. Then he quickly dived down, and in an instant the entire spectre turned into ruins and sank into the seabed, and Joseph also disappeared in that instant. Gajiel looked at the scene where the ocean was lifted up in front of him, and he couldn't close his mouth, and exclaimed, so powerful. Chapter 53. Time passed quickly. After the matter of fairies and ghosts came to an end, Loki successfully returned to the celestial world, and Urza and her group also destroyed Jalal's plan for the Tower of Paradise. Hee. The thunder gods are finally back, and this moment has finally come. The fairies are going to kill each other. Old man, your era is about to end. Makarov looked at the lively environment around him and said with emotion, the atmosphere of the harvest festival is everywhere. Everyone is busy preparing for the magic parade. Makarov proudly said when he mentioned this is the grand parade of our fairy tale that is proud of the whole continent. Myra smiled sweetly and said, it would be great if Izuna and Laxus could also participate. Don't mention them anymore. They are not worry-free ghosts. I heard from Rebecca and the others that they seem to have returned to this city. What did you say? Then he stood still. President. Why at this time? But then he thought that Izuna and Gilia were both there, and Laxus and his thunder gods wouldn't cause any trouble, so he felt relieved. Then on the day of the harvest festival. Miss Fairy Tale Contest. Hello everyone, sorry to have kept you waiting. Beautiful fairies are competing for their beauty, and the Miss Fairy Tale Contest is about to begin. The first contestant is Kana Alberona, an exotic beauty with an extra-dimensional stomach. After Kana appeared, she wrapped her body with magic cards, and then the swimsuit came into view. I'll take the money for the wine. Natsu and the others in the audience were obviously not interested in this, but Asuna was watching with great interest. Seeing Kana shine on the stage, he praised her generously, "Not bad, Kana." At this time, Myra slowly walked to Asuna's side, smiled at Asuna and asked, "Really good. Myra. You listen to my explanation." Contestant number 2, although she is a newcomer, her strength is S level. A good woman with raindrops, Juvia Raksha. Then Juvia used water magic with a swimsuit to give everyone a wonderful performance. Contestant number 3, the guild's most proud signature girl. Her beauty makes people all over the continent fall at her feet. She is Myra Jane. I've been waiting for you for a long time, the winning candidate. Everyone in the audience cheered, hoping to see a wonderful scene like the two just now. "Ah, I'll sing a song for everyone." "Everyone, no, I want to see swimsuits." "Then go find Asuna and see what his attitude is." Everyone fell silent after hearing this. Lucy in the backstage saw this scene and said smugly, "He. The winner has destroyed himself." Then she asked Urza, "Just now someone below said that they want to ask Asuna what his attitude is. Was this beauty pageant founded by Asuna?" "Hey? Asuna and Myra are boyfriend and girlfriend, and the people below also mean that it's not founded by him." Lucy was surprised. Boyfriend and girlfriend? Yes, 2 years ago. The fourth contestant is also a beauty from a foreign country, and she is at the same level as the Fairy Queen. This made Asuna feel interesting, so she discussed it with Makao and Wakaba. "It should be Bisksa." "I think so too, after all, she's dressed like that." "Me too." "Isuna, good fellow, you are Zhang Fei who got the system and travelled through time, right? Blonde hair and blue eyes, and also the sister of Isuna from our guild, Julia." Isuna spat out the wine in his mouth with a puff. "What the hell?" With the sound of breaking through the air, Julia made a brilliant appearance. Wearing a swimsuit and a tulle on her body, she was looming and made everyone unable to stop. "Julia, my wife. Times N. Queen, punish me. Times N." Contestant number 5, the Fairy Queen who needs no explanation, Urza Scarlet. As soon as Urza came on stage, she caused screams from the audience, and then changed into a gothic Lolita style. Contestant number 6, a petite fairy, cute and smart, Rebby Mark Garden. Rebby performed her three-dimensional text for everyone, which made those who like Loli and young girls unable to stop. Contestant number 7, a personality sniper, Biska Mulan. Contestant number 8, our super rookie, her brilliance is guided by the stars, Lucy. Okay, the introduction is over. Let's see what kind of performance Lucy can bring us. Lucy stood on the stage and said nervously, "Okay, I'm going to cheerlead with the stars." Just as she was about to perform, a voice interrupted her. Contestant number 9, the fairy refers to me, the beauty refers to me, yes, I represent all of this. Of course, the winner is me. Alba Green won. Okay, the boring game can be over. Alba Green. It turns out that she is back. Makarov looked at the appearance of Alba Green, and his uneasiness became stronger. "What do you want to do? Alba Green? Do you want to ruin the festival?" Alba Green smiled slightly, "Hee. Don't festivals have entertainment programs?" After that, everyone saw Bisksa, Levi, Kana, Juvia, and Urza who were petrified. Julia ran to Asuna to explain. Myra was surprised when she saw Urza being petrified, even Urza. "Hee. If Laxus hadn't given Izzo a face, you would have been like them." Makarov scolded, "Asshole, why don't you restore them to normal?" With the appearance of thunder, Laxus also came to the guild and said coldly to everyone, "Fairy tale guys, the festival is just about to begin." Laxus. Fried and Bixlow. The thunder gods. They are Laxus's personal guards. Let's have some fun, old man. Laxus ignored Makarov's scolding and said to himself, how many people can survive before the magic parade? After that, a lightning bolt fell down and struck Lucy's side, scaring everyone. "I think I'll use these women as my hostages. If anyone breaks the rules, I'll smash them one by one. Didn't I just say that? This is an entertainment program." Fried stood up and said, "Who is the strongest person in Fairy Tale?" Let's find out. The rules are simple. The person who stays at the end is the winner. Fairy Tale Civil War. Natsu slapped the table and stood up, excitedly saying to Laxus, "This is great, easy to understand. I'm burning. I don't hate your easygoing personality, just like Izzo's. I'm going to fight." Valen said, "Didn't you get defeated by Laxus? Have you forgotten? That was when I was a kid. It was at the end of last year." Laxus struck Natsu with a bolt of lightning, and Natsu instantly failed the challenge. Albagreen and Bixro explained the rules, and then after a burst of light, Laxus and the Thunder Gods left, and only Laxus' voice echoed in the guild. "The civil war in Fairy Tale has begun. Don't forget to tell Izuna, I'll be waiting for him." Chapter 54. Disappeared. Is he trying to play hide and seek? Everyone ran out to look for Laxus. Makarov said angrily, I'll stop this bastard." Then he ran out of the guild, but he ran into the air as soon as he reached the guild gate. "Old man! There is an invisible wall." Grey said helplessly, "What invisible wall is there?" Then he prepared to pull Makarov out. But no matter what method he used, Makarov couldn't get out. Grey was also puzzled and said, "What is going on?" Grey noticed the number displayed on the top. It turned out to be Freed's spell. "What's written on it?" Grey asked. "No one over 80 years old or a statue can enter or leave. The rules of the ritual are absolute." Grey muttered, "That's enough. You've thought so carefully. In that case, we'll have to solve it. Grey. Although he is your grandson, I will never let him go. I will kill him." After Grey walked away, Makarov thought to himself, who can defeat Laxus in the current situation? Urza has great hope, but she looks like this now. Izuna and Gilia can, but I don't know where they went. Just as Makarov was thinking, Natsu came back to life. Natsu looked around. "Ah! Where is Laxus? Why is everyone gone?" Makarov looked at Natsu and thought, if Natsu gets serious, maybe, let's bet on this kid's potential power. "Natsu, the festival has begun. Laxus is somewhere in Magnolia, go and defeat him." "No problem." "Wait, Laxus." After saying that, he ran out of the guild, but also bumped into the spell. "Why is this? What is going on? Natsu, are you already 80 years old? Are you a stone statue?" Just when Natsu and the others were still angry and anxious, the spell had already begun to report the battle situation. Laxus's thought body appeared in the guild and said to Natsu, "Do you think I'm bluffing, Natsu? Why are you still here, Natsu?" "Because I can't get out." Since Natsu and Urza can't get out, it seems that no one can beat the Thunder Gods. Myra said at this time, "And Izuna and Gilia." "You mean Izuna and Gilia? But I can't see them on the battlefield outside." "I remember you were also a member of Tianzu." Happy said at this time, "And Grey is here. He is as strong as Natsu. How could he lose to the Thunder Gods?" Laxus laughed and said, "You mean Grey? You actually look forward to that kind of kid. Ha ha ha. So didn't I say that? If Izuna and Gilia didn't join the battle, who else could defeat the Thunder Gods?" Gajeel. "Sorry, that guy didn't seem to join the battle. Anyway, that guy didn't have any feelings for the guild." "Enough Laxus, I surrender." "How can this be? You are the president of Fairy Tale. How can you surrender so easily? If you really want me to stop, you should give up the throne of Fairy Tale first. Has this been your goal from the beginning? There is only 1.5 hours left before the statue is shattered. Now you use the loudspeaker to tell the town to give the throne of Fairy Tale to Laxus. Think carefully." After saying that, the thought body disappeared. At this time, Gajeel, who was secretly eating iron on the side, appeared. "Gajeel, you were there. Are you willing to give it a try?" Gajeel jumped in front of Natsu and the others and said, "I still have a score to settle with that guy. Okay, let me handle it." But when he walked to the door of the guild, he bumped into the spell. "Are you 80 years old too? It's impossible." Just as Natsu and Gajeel were arguing, Makarov stared at the number of people in the spell. 5 people. Could it be these 2 guys, Izuna, Gilia, and Myra Jane? Just when Makarov felt desperate, the number of people in the spell suddenly increased by 2. Urza changed back from a stone statue because of her artificial eye, and the other one was Mist Gang. Could it be him? He finally joined the battle, things are getting more and more interesting. Gajeel was confused. Asked, who are you talking about? Fairy Tail's other strongest candidate, Mist Gang. Urza is resurrected, Mist Gang joins the battle, and now there are 3 S-class magicians including me. I don't know what Gilia and Izana are doing. Now the game begins. Soon after Urza left the guild, she met Alba Green, and the two fought together. Myra also went out after she couldn't contact Izana and Gilia. Gilia came out of the library and explained why she suddenly participated in the Fairy Tale Miss contest. After looking around and seeing that there was no one, she asked, what's going on? Gilia. Have you been in the guild? Yes, my brother and I have been in the library. Go and call Izana up, quickly. What's wrong? Izana asked. Go stop Laxus. Izana glanced at the people who had turned into stone statues and realized that it was time for Laxus to force Makarov to give up his position. I know. Then he left the guild and went to the church in Magnolia, and Gilia followed him out to look for the Thunder Gods and Myra Jane. I thought it would be Izana or Urza who would come here first, but it was you, Mist Gang. As long as you are willing to end this game immediately, maybe this farce can end as an entertainment show. You are so naive. Do you know that the rumor is that the strongest person in Fairy Tale is either you or me? Although I am not interested, there are still Izana, Gilia, and Urza, right? Izana has disappeared from the magic world like Myra Jane in recent years. Gilia rarely comes back, and what about Urza? That guy is still too early. Although she has the qualifications, she is still too weak. Besides, the two of them haven't even shown their faces yet. I think they also want to watch this game continue. Hehe, you should take a look first. Laxus looked at the announcement on the ritual. Urza vs. Alba Green, Urza wins. Miraja vs. Freed, Myra Jane wins. Gilia vs. Bixro, Gilia wins. Although Izana hasn't shown up yet, he should be here soon. That's right. Chapter 55. You're right, but there's no reward. Izana leaned against the door frame of the church and talked freely. Laxus took this opportunity to attack Mistgun. Even though Mistgun noticed it, he still failed to dodge all of Laxus' attacks. The attack that was not dodgeable just happened to knock off Mistgun's mask. Mistgun's appearance was also seen by Urza, who had just arrived. Urza was stunned for a moment. Jalal. I'm not Jalal. Although I know this person, I'm not him. Sorry, I'll leave it to you next. Izana, who was watching all this, just smiled. He really wanted to see what Urza would do. Urza was then instantly electrocuted by Laxus and fell to the ground. Don't show this expression that doesn't suit you. Urza, get out of here. Then he looked at Izana and said, how long do you want to watch? Izana. Hehe. I want to see how you continue to play. Then I'll kill you while you're sick. It's been a long time since we two had a good fight, right? You've become famous just after your comeback after so many years. Oh. For example, you killed the president of the Phantom Ruler, Joseph, not long ago. This matter has caused a sensation in the entire magic world. Ha 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 ha, if it were you, I think you would make things worse, right? Come on, let's have a good duel, let me see if your strength has regressed in the past 2 years. After saying that, Laxus took off his coat, pulled off his headphones and prepared for battle. Well, since you're like this, I can't refuse. After saying that, the two of them burst out with powerful magic. Urza fell to the ground and looked at the two people who were ready to go. Izana. You go and destroy the god's temple outside, and I'll play with him here. Hearing this, Urza also left the church and handed the battlefield to Izana. No one is left, now let me see your strength in the past 2 years. Laxus. Of course. Roar of the water dragon. Roar of the thunder dragon. The two roars collided and produced a huge shock wave, but the two people in the shock wave did not move at all, as if they had never felt it. That's right. After saying that, Laxus jumped up and sent many magic balls wrapped in lightning in the air. Izana waved his arm, and a huge water barrier appeared in front of him. Thunder Dragon Jaw. Laxus wanted to take advantage of this time to sneak attack, but when he smashed down, he found that Izana had disappeared. Is it that move? Laxus looked around vigilantly, thinking to himself, where will the attack come from? I can't tell the smell around me anymore, damn it. Water dragons. Laxus reacted quickly the moment he found that the magic power suddenly gathered there. Thunder Dragon's collapse fist. Not good. When he realized it, Izuna had already appeared behind him. Azure Slash. After the attack, he disappeared again. Damn it! Water Dragon's Phantom Wave. Izuna left a shadow on the spot, and the real body rushed forward quickly, but Laxus jumped and dodged it. Then Izuna disappeared on the spot again, which made Laxus angry. I didn't expect you to be so timid now. Laxus tried to use provocation to lure Izuna to show her true colors, but Izuna remained unmoved. Since you are like this, don't blame me. Super Thunder Pressure Raging Wave. Instantly the whole church was filled with thunder and lightning, and the powerful thunder and lightning struck every part of the church. The church collapsed. You really are a person who only remembers to eat and not to be beaten. Flood discharge. Undefended place. Then a large amount of sea water enveloped the entire church, and Laxus, who was in a defenseless state, was also attacked by his own thunder and lightning. Alas! I wanted to play with you for a while, but now I don't want to play with you. Play? You don't really think that I have done nothing in the past 2 years? After saying this, he smiled. Of course I know that you can't do nothing, but I haven't been idle in the past 2 years. Dragon Slayer Secret. Ming Yu Lei. Hehe. Mirage. Laxus's magic power suddenly failed, and the Dragon Slayer secret that he was about to use was also interrupted. Laxus was surprised and said, my magic power disappeared. No. That's not right. My magic power didn't disappear, it can only be said that I can't use it, as if it was sealed. Then he shouted at Izuna, what did you do? Hehe, guess. Mirage, this must be an illusion, an illusion. All this is fake. After saying this, Laxus continued to attack his sealed magic power. But Izuna in front of him was already standing there and watching the show. Looking at Laxus who was still attacking his body, Izuna said, don't waste your energy. You said it was an illusion, but the illusion hasn't appeared yet. Then Izuna appeared in the form of a dragon, and then a man wearing blue and gold armor, a crown on his head, a blue horror mask on his face, and a trident in his hand came. Did you see it? This is an illusion. After defeating the illusion, you can use your magic power. And Laxus was so shocked by the scene in front of him that he couldn't speak properly. Dragon. This is a dragon. The guild members and residents in the town were all surprised, and Natsu and Gajeel also rushed over. I lost. Izuna walked up to Laxus, helped him up and whispered, losing is not terrible, what's terrible is that you don't have the courage to stand up. Cancel the Thunder Palace and go see the old man. Natsu and Gajeel came to the church but found that the dragon was fake. I ran all the way here, but this dragon is fake. Izuna looked at the two and said, of course it's fake, this is an illusion I created. I didn't expect you to play tricks on me. Izuna knocked Natsu unconscious with a punch and threw him to Gajeel, then looked back at Laxus. Let's go. The president is already critically ill. What? Critically ill? You don't joke about this kind of thing. Izuna stopped and whispered, do you think I like to joke about this kind of thing? Natsu woke up and said, yes. Wait. You mean the old man is dying? Laxus ran back to the guild like crazy, crying and shouting, what am I doing? Grandpa, don't be in trouble. Grandpa. Izuna and others also returned to the guild, and finally Polaka took some effort to save him. Chapter 56. In the guild infirmary. Makarov was lying on the bed, while Laxus was leaning against the wall. The two were silent, and finally Laxus broke the dead silence. A bunch of noisy guys. Makarov stood up and said to Laxus, do you know what you did this time? Laxus avoided Makarov's gaze. Look into my eyes. A guild is a place where partners gather and where brokers work. For helpless little kids, it is a warm home. It is not your personal thing. The guild is based on mutual trust and morality, and has become a stronger bond than anything else. But you violated morality and threatened the lives of your partners. This is absolutely unforgivable. Laxus clenched his fists and said, I know that I want this guild to become stronger, just like Izuna. It can become stronger. Makarov sighed and said, alas. You are really a clumsy guy. Why don't you relax the strength on your shoulders? In this way, you will see things that you have never seen before and hear voices that you could not hear before. Life will become very interesting. Watching you grow is the meaning of my survival. I don't need any strength. It doesn't matter if you are not smart enough, as long as you are healthy and energetic, that's enough for me. Laxus said, but Asuna is also pursuing power to make the guild stronger. Should I just watch him do it alone? You are wrong. Asuna can be said to have been trying to become stronger from the moment he entered the guild, and to make the guild members stronger, but he has never thought of kicking other kids out. What he did was to make himself stronger to protect his family, instead of letting the weak leave the guild and the strong stay like you. Everyone in our guild carries something and has their own ideals, but have you ever thought about what to do once they are left alone? Laxus. You are expelled from the guild. Laxus was stunned when he heard this, and then said, thank you for your care. After saying that, he turned and left. He stopped at the door and said to Makarov, who was facing the window, Grandpa, you have to take good care of yourself. The thunder gods did this because of my orders. I will take care of this matter alone. Take good care of them. Makarov had already burst into tears, but he still said stubbornly, get out. After Laxus left, Asuna walked in and looked at Makarov, who was still crying, and said, can't let go or can't bear to see your grandson leave like this. Both. I heard everything you two just said. Yo. So. I threatened Urza's life on Karna Island. According to the guild's laws, I should leave too. I know about this. Do you think everyone is a brainless guy like Natsu? I'm afraid he's the only one who took it seriously. Asuna smiled and got up and walked out, saying as he walked, rules are rules. I'll leave after a while, and I have my own things to do. Asuna. It's not like I'm quitting the guild now. If I leave, you should rest and recover. Natsu, Gray, Urza, with Lucy, Gajeel and Juvia here, the guild is getting better and better. What kind of joke is this now? Why are you the only one expelled from the guild? Shouldn't we all share the same guilt? At this time, Asuna came over and explained to the thunder gods, Laxus told the president that he ordered you to do it, and he took the responsibility alone, and asked the old man to take good care of you. In that case, I will take the initiative to quit the guild. Me too, we can't live without Laxus. Freed, who was calmer, asked, why do you have to bear all the responsibilities alone? Laxus said, you think too much. I am different from you. I don't miss this guild at all. Why don't we go and ask the president for you? I believe Natsu and Gray will also oppose it. No matter what, they still treat you. Laxus smiled at the thunder gods and left with his bag on his back. Take care. Laxus. What a joke. If you leave, what will the thunder gods do? It's so abominable. Frida looked at Laxus's departing back and said with comfort in his heart, we will meet again, Laxus. Asuna looked at this level of scene and left quietly. If he didn't know that Laxus would return to Tenro Island, he really thought he would never see him again. In the evening. Hey, Laxus. Asuna. Come and have a drink, you look so sad, but it doesn't look like you at all. Asuna threw a bottle of wine to Laxus directly. Why are you here? I know you must not have left yet. Tonight is the magic parade. The old man will also participate. Don't you want to see it? Laxus took a sip of wine and asked, aren't you going to participate? I'm not very interested in this. Just let them have fun. You. I also told the president that I will leave the guild soon. Why? What will happen to the guild after you leave? I have my own things to do. And it's not like I can't come back, right? You're still the same as before. Don't say that. After you leave, help me pay attention to 2 guilds. Which 2? Can you be so attentive? Gate of Hades and Raven's Tail. Isn't Gate of Hades an alliance with Balam? And the Big Crow's Tail, I haven't heard of it. As far as I know, Gray's father is at the door of Mingfu, and the door of Mingfu seems to have been planning to act, and your father Yvonne is the president of the Big Crow's Tail, and he takes away the secret of the fairy tale. A Punch came angry, is your guy talking to your elder brother like this? When did you become my elder brother? And that's what I speak, how can you take me? Don't think I like Jilia, you'd better change your smelly temper, otherwise don't blame me to fight. And the crowds of the streets and the magical passenger team on the face. Laxus. Ah. Laxus looked back and found that Asuna and everyone in the guild raised their right hands. Grandpa. Laxus shed sincere tears. Even if I can't see you, even if we are far apart, I will always watch over you and protect you. Thank you. The end of this book. Just kidding. Chapter 57. A week after the harvest festival, the city returned to its former peace and tranquility, but fairy tale seemed out of place in the city. I can't accept it, old man. Why did you expel Laxus from the guild? That guy is also our partner, even if we fight, we are still partners. Natsu was making a fuss about Laxus being expelled from the guild, and at this time Happy lay on Natsu's shoulder. Because Laxus is a dragon slayer like Natsu. Makarov opened his eyes that were just closed, and then said lightly, no, that guy is not a dragon slayer. Hey! Laxus was weak when he was a child, so his father implanted a dragon slayer magic crystal that can use dragon slayer magic in him. Magic crystal implanted with dragon slayer magic, it turns out there is such a thing. Isana said on the second floor, looking at the people below who were all shocked and puzzled, yes like this, and I also know where Laxus got the dragon slayer magic crystal from. Natsu looked at Isana on the second floor and asked, so you and Julia also learned dragon slayer magic by implanting dragon slayer magic crystal in your body? Hehe. My little sister and I didn't learn dragon slayer magic through this thing. If you want to be more detailed, you can also say that the dragon taught us, but they didn't teach us much. They only taught us a few skills. Tisk. Didn't the dragon teach us? Gajeel said. Ah. I really want a boyfriend. Kana, who was drinking, sat next to Lucy with a bored look on her face. Lucy looked at Kana with a sad face and asked, why are you so sad all of a sudden? Men. I haven't had a boyfriend for a while, and I miss that kind of warmth. Lucy blushed immediately after hearing this. Strange, why are you blushing? Lucy said stubbornly, no, that's not the case. How many boyfriends have you had so far? About 3. Stop lying. Then asked, don't you want to have a boyfriend? Lucy said, well, of course I do. To be honest, I don't know. Then Kana shouted to everyone, you are so cute. Everyone listen to me, Lucy has grown up so much, but she is still very innocent and has never had a boyfriend. Then she said seriously, don't worry, my card has told me that today is your destined encounter day. Fated encounter? Then don't tell me, don't you want to find a boyfriend? There are so many people in the guild, don't you like any of them? But then Urza in a dress ran past Lucy like a warm breeze, making Lucy curiously ask, Iluza, what's wrong with you, why are you wearing a dress? Because Lucy's attention was on Urza who just ran, but she didn't notice that Kana had been staring at someone somewhere in the guild. I don't have time to chat with you guys. Then he left. At this moment, a gust of cold wind with electronic music also ran over, saying Shabijaba. On the way. How strange, isn't the harvest festival over? Myra said at this time, don't you know? Today, the reporter of Weekly Sosara is coming to our guild for an interview. What, Weekly Sosara? I heard that a special edition of Fairy Tale is going to be produced. Interview. Special edition. Reporter. Encounter in Fate. Is it true? Lucy entered her YY moment. Because the sound was too loud, everyone in the guild also noticed it, and Izuna was no exception. Happy said to Natsu, Natsu, Lucy's brain is broken. I think she probably had a stomachache. At this time, Grey came over and said, I think she couldn't stand the huge pressure of rent and had a mental breakdown. At this time, Izuna said, it's not good to talk about others behind their backs. But this is in front of her. I think Lucy must have had a stomachache and constipation, and then had a mental breakdown. Makes sense. Fairy Queen, it's me. Cool. Takara. It's my Miss Urza. Takara. Cool. Who is he, why is he so high for no reason? He is the reporter of Joe Sora, Mr. Jason. With a series of cool, Izuna said, can't you just say it once? Roaring. Sea Dragon, Izuna. Cool. Then he started clapping his hands left and right, shouting cool all the time. Didn't I only ask you to say it once? It's so noisy. And then the readers will say I'm a slob. Word. Count. Then he threw him against the wall. Ugh. It hurts. Cool. So boring, I'm going on a mission, Myra. Go early and come back early. Okay, got it. Kana, who was originally in a bad mood, became even worse after seeing this scene. She threw away the beer bottle and picked up a large bucket and started drinking. Izuna picked up a mission at random and left the noisy guild. It was night time. Natsu was dizzy on the train. Izuna and Natsu were on the same train. Natsu. Izuna. Why are you here? Of course I'm on a mission. Natsu asked, didn't you go out a long time ago? I slept until night and now I'm going to take the night train. Why are you here? Lucy didn't have money to pay the rent, so we came out. Just then Izuna smelled the dragon's voice and thought to himself, is there a dragon on this car? No. No. Dragons usually stay in their own territory and have a very small range of activities. Even if they go far away, they fly. They don't care about human transportation at all, and dragons are also dizzy with transportation. In that case, there are the remaining 3 people in this car, Sting, Roger, and Wendy. I wonder which one it is. Just as Izuna was thinking, the breath got closer and closer until it passed by him. Izuna looked over. Happy asked, what are you thinking about? It's okay, wait for me. Then Izuna found Wendy with a strong sense of dizziness. A hand was placed on Wendy's shoulder. Maybe because of motion sickness, Izzo's expression was fierce, which scared Wendy. Ah! After a scream, Wendy felt the magic of the man in front of her, which was familiar and very scary, and then she was ready to run away. The familiarity was because the man in front of her had the smell of a dragon, and the fear and terror were because of the warning from Grandine in Wendy's body that this man had bathed in dragon blood and had completely turned into a dragon. Stillwater prison. Wendy was imprisoned in an instant, and the people around her were all shocked, thinking that the magician was going to fight. Don't be afraid, I just ask you for help. Then he took Wendy back to Natsu's place. Then he opened the water purification prison and said to Wendy, you are Tianlong, right? Please help me and this guy to heal. If you have any trouble in the future, just tell fairy tale. Then Wendy began to treat. Chapter 58. Wow! It turns out that riding a means of transportation is not bad. Natsu said excitedly. Are you the magicians of fairy tale? At this time, Lucy replied, yes, the 3 of us are all magicians of fairy tale. And me? Happy said. I didn't expect that I would meet the magician of fairy tale. So, is he Mr. Natsu? Natsu asked, Do you know me? Yet. I heard that Mr. Natsu is also a dragon slayer magician. I want to ask if you know Grandine. Granine. Is it a dragon like Ignor? Natsu asked. Yet. Grandine disappeared on July 7, 777. Later, I heard that there was a dragon slayer in fairy tale. I thought someone might have seen Grandine. So, 3 dragons disappeared on July 7, 777. But Izuna seemed to know that dragons existed, but he either didn't listen to these people's questions or didn't answer. I was so angry. When Wendy heard Natsu say that 3 dragons disappeared, she hurriedly asked, did Mr. Natsu's dragon also disappear at that time? At the same time, Wendy was thinking about the person just now in her heart, does he know Grandine? Yet. And Gajil's dragon also disappeared at the same time. 3 dragons disappeared, what happened at that time? Wendy asked, where are you going? Lucy, Happy and I are in the same team, we are going on a mission together, and Izuna is on a mission alone, we are just in the same car. Where is Izuna? Natsu. Izuna just got off the car. At this time, Lucy asked, where are you going, Wendy? I'm going back to the guild. Which guild are you from? My guild is the Demon Cat Inn. Natsu and the others are trying to think about this guild, but they still know nothing. The Inn of Demon Cats. I've never heard of it. Our guild is not in the town, and we rarely participate in things, so we are not very famous. The 6 demon generals are going to take action, Izuna. And Hades is also going to take this opportunity to find the key to unsealing Zeref. What are you going to do? Wow! Miss Altair is wearing something amazing today. Hehe. Do you want to touch it? Forget it, let's talk business first. If they are going to take action, we will know soon. As for Hades, he can do whatever he wants. Zeref has been alive, not sealed and not dead, so he has just worked in vain. Hee. Got it. Inside the guild, Lucy asked, what is this? We tried to draw the organizational chart of the Dark Guild. After organizing it, I found that there are really a lot of them. Why do we need to organize it? Myra explained, because they seem to be stirring up trouble again recently, so the guilds must strengthen cooperation. So what is this big circle? Isana explained, the Balam alliance of the Dark Guild is composed of the 3 largest forces, the 6 demon generals, Hades Gate and Demon Heart. Each of them has several directly affiliated guilds. When I first came here, I destroyed a directly affiliated guild of Hades Gate. The soul of the corpse destroyed by the thunder gods before is also one of the many dark guilds. Juvia said, the several guilds destroyed by Juvia and Gajeel when they were still affiliated with the Phantom were all guilds under the 6 demon generals. This is Lucy, who said, a little scared, what should I do? I still hope I didn't provoke them. At this time, Wakaba said, don't worry, there is nothing to be afraid of. I heard that these guys are only 6 people in total. I don't understand how small this guild is. Makeo also echoed. Myra reminded everyone, but these 6 people are one of the biggest dark forces. At this time, Makarov appeared and said to everyone, regarding the 6 demon generals you mentioned, it has been decided that we will defeat them. Hey! Times N. In the routine review a few days ago, the issue of the 6 demon generals seeming to take action has been raised for discussion at the meeting. Since we can no longer sit idly by, we decided, a certain guild will come forward to destroy them. Gray said, so it's a bad draw again, old man. So it's up to Fairy Tale will do it. No, because the opponent this time is too powerful. If we come forward, we will definitely become the only target of attack by the Balam Alliance in the future. So, we decided to form a joint army to formally attack them. Joint army. Fairy Tale, Blue Pegasus, Snake Princess Scale, and Demon Cat Inn, these 4 guilds will each send members to work together to destroy them. Isana, who was sitting next to him, said softly, it's not as exaggerated as you think. There are actually 7 people in the 6 demon generals, and these so-called 6 demons are all weak chickens. Of course, these 6 demon generals are still a little difficult for Natsu and others, but they are not unbeatable. Makarov asked, what do you mean? That's right, the so-called 6 demon generals are at most stronger than Natsu and weaker than Urza. They just use the characteristics of magic, their advantages and the brains of the president to be one of the Balam Alliance. The Balam Alliance, the strongest is the Demon Heart, followed by the Gate of Hades, and finally the 6 demon generals. Makarov asked, are you going to join the joint army this time? Isana. I feel that Jura and Ichia will go, so I will join in the fun, but I won't take action easily. After all, it's good to train people like Natsu. Urza exclaimed, Ichia. Isana. This crusade is not a joke. I know, that's why I will go. I won't take action unless it's absolutely necessary. If it's a joke, I won't go at all. Well. The members of the joint army this time are Natsu, Gray, Lucy, Urza, Isana, you have to ensure their safety. I see, maybe this time it will be a little interesting. The meeting point is ahead. What came into view was a pink building. Everyone pushed open the door, and Lucy complained, this place has really bad taste. At this time, Isana looked at Lucy and said, you said this place has no taste. You have bad taste and you start to complain about others, let yourself have taste first. Hey! Arisa explained, Isana is very close to Aoki Pegasus, and he is even known as one of the 3 handsome guys in Aoki Pegasus. Some of the designs here are also part of Isana. Happy added, Isana is such a person, he hates others saying that he has no taste, and he doesn't like to be with people with no taste. Chapter 59. This is the villa of Aoki Pegasus. Bob. Urza introduced to everyone. So it's him, but I'm really afraid of him. Urza also thought of Aoki Pegasus's knight, and then said awkwardly, don't say that, don't look at him like that, he is a master that even our president can't do anything about. Why, haven't you arrived yet? It's already here, Natsu. Happy said. Several unfamiliar voices sang. Yes, it's here. It's here. Welcome. Welcome. Fairy. Fairy. Tail. Tail. Everyone. Everyone. We have been waiting for you for a long time. We are the tri-men selected by Aoki Pegasus. Hippie of the 100 Nights. Eve of the Holy Night. Ren of the Sky Night. Lucy said shyly, the tri-men of Aoki Pegasus, they are so handsome. Especially Hibiki, is he really Hibiki Reddy's who always ranks at the top of the list of the boyfriends that Jo Sora wants most? At this time, Izuna interrupted Lucy's fantasy. Lucy, don't you like Natsu anymore? When did I like Natsu? You will hurt Natsu's heart if you speak so loudly. Then Lucy looked for Natsu, but what she saw was Natsu who was still dizzy from riding in public transportation, and Grey who was still looking for his clothes. Mr. Izuna. Why do you have to bow to me? Izuna asked the three people in confusion. Because you are not only one of the three handsome men of Blue Pegasus with teacher Ichia and President Bob, but also our senior. We still have to learn more in the future. Ichia didn't come? I was planning to catch up. Mr. Ichia is back, but some things will delay him for a few minutes. Yi. Urza met Yi because she went to a routine meeting with Makarov last time. Since then, Yi has become a nightmare in Urza's heart. The three also noticed Urza and Lucy. After moving a sofa and a table to Izuna and filling them with wine, they bowed to Izuna and began to serve the two girls. Jura hasn't come yet, really. Izuna was already feeling sleepy while sitting on the sofa. At this time, Yi's voice came, you guys, you should stop. Lucy was also fluttering when she heard this voice, and asked shyly, what, this charming voice is? Lian replied, it's Yi. Yi. Yi adjusted the blue enchantress on her chest and said, long time no see, Miss Urza. Urza trembled and said nervously, although, I already know that you are participating in this operation, but I didn't expect you to come so soon. Because I have to meet friends from various guilds, I have to spend some time on my styling. This is also to see you. I miss you so much, my sweetheart. I am here for you, one night. Sparkling. My sweetheart. Lucy and Happy were shocked and couldn't close their mouths. Unexpectedly, reunion, so great. Several students of One Night also echoed. Okay, quiet down. Izuna stopped the chorus of several people. I smelled the fragrance of the old friend as early as this morning. Long time no see, Mr. Izuna. I've heard about all of you, Ms. Urza and Ms. Lucy, and others. Oh. What shocked me the most was your comeback, Mr. Izuna. Hehe. I didn't retire or anything, I just took a break, how can I talk about a comeback? So that's how it is, I'm so sorry. Sniff. Then he looked at Urza and Lucy and said, what a great scent. Lucy trembled and said, I feel so sick. Sorry, I'm also afraid of this guy. Although he is a very powerful magician. Grey couldn't stand it anymore, and stood up and said, you damn handsome guys from the Blue Pegasus. Can you please stop bothering the princesses of our guild? Yi said lightly, except Izuna, all men can leave. Then Lian and the other two ran to Grey and bowed, saying, thank you for your hard work. Just when the two groups were on the verge of a fight when they met, Izuna stopped the two groups. In a serious and slightly overbearing tone, he said, it's not the way the coalition forces should behave to be on edge the moment they meet. Look. Everyone quieted down after hearing this, but Yi ran to Urza and sniffed left and right. Your scent is still so fragrant. Don't get close to me. Then he punched Yi away. Men. Yi was caught by Leon after flying out. This is a really polite greeting. You dare to look down on the scale of the Snake Princess. You are so brave. Leon. Grey. Then Yi was punched away. Grey asked, what are you doing? Leon replied calmly, you were the first to attack, right? You little brat, you dare to treat our boss like this. Too much. Except for ISA, you can all go back. There are women here too. Doll attack, carpet doll. Lucy jumped away and said, oh no, it's aimed at me. No, I remember this magic is. Didn't I say that this is what the coalition should look like? Izuna said softly. This is. Leon remembered the incident on Karna Island. Didn't Jura come? Leon. Ah. Mr. Jura is behind. After that, Jura walked in front of Izuna and said, I'm so sorry, these two people have caused you trouble. Then he said to Yi, why are you fooling around with them? Hehe. Jura heard that you are already a Saint 10, congratulations. If the council was not afraid of you and didn't dare to provoke you, I'm afraid you would have been among the top of the Saint 10. I didn't expect you to make a comeback. Hey! Why are you the same as Yi Yi? I didn't retire, so how can I make a comeback? Hee. Your reputation has been spreading in the magic world recently. I won't mention the recent incident with Joseph. But since you are here, this time the crusade will be very simple. I am only bringing these few people from our guild to practice. I can only guarantee your safety. I will not take action under normal circumstances. Is that so? Only the guys from the Demon Cat Inn are left now. Yi Yi said, not the guys. I heard there is only one person. Here he comes. Everyone looked out when they heard Izana's words. Just when they thought it was a fierce and strong man, they found that the person coming was a little lowly with blue hair. Wendy? Chapter 60. Wendy. Wendy got up after falling down, whispered, it hurts. Then she brushed off the dust on her body. Everyone. Sorry, I'm late. I was sent by the Demon Cat Inn. My name is Wendy. Please give me your guidance. Natsu, Lucy and Happy were on the train because Izana called Wendy over, so they all knew each other and were not surprised. Gray was shocked and said, Kid. Long time no see, Wendy. Natsu greeted. Do you know each other? Gray asked. Ah, Wendy cured Natsu and Izana last time because of motion sickness, so they know each other. Is that so? Only Jura was not shocked, and said seriously, in this case, all the guilds are here. Gray complained, don't you have any opinions? But to be honest, such a large-scale battle plan, but only sent such a small child, I really don't know what the Demon Cat Inn is planning. At this time, another voice came, she is not alone, the big sister with heavy makeup. It's a cat, like Harpy and Harris. Can speak human language, but Harris. When Izana heard Harris, she had quietly walked out of the room and sat on a tree blankly, wondering what she was thinking. That's too much, calling me a big makeup lady. Xiaolulu, why did you come with me? Of course, how can I let you come alone? At this time, the soul of the harpy had already been hooked by Xiaolulu. At this time, Wendy said weakly, everyone, although I can't participate in the battle, I can cast a lot of magic to support you in the battle, so I hope you don't exclude me from the circle. Xiaolulu scolded Wendy like an old woman, you are always so weak, so you are looked down upon. Sorry. Don't apologize all the time. Sorry. Wendy was about to cry at this time. Urza stood up and said, I'm so sorry, we're just a little surprised, we don't mean to look down on you, please give us your advice, Wendy. It's Miss Urza, it's me, Xiaolulu. This woman is better than I thought. Hippie and others also praised, this child will definitely be a beauty in the future. She's already very cute now. Come on, little girl. Please come this way. After saying that, he took Wendy to the sofa. Yi Yi looked at Wendy and said, that little girl, that extraordinary fragrance, is definitely not an ordinary person. Did you notice it too, Mr. Yi Yi? This little girl has a magic power different from ours, and Miss Urza seems to have noticed it, which is amazing. What do you think, Mr. Izana? Jura turned around and asked, looking at the sofa. Where's Mr. Izana? He should be out, men. At this time, Natsu said, Wendy is also a dragon slayer magician. And she can also perform healing magic. Okay, since everyone is here, let me explain the battle plan this time. Aren't you waiting for Izana? Mr. Izana is very strong, so you will know what to do without me saying it. First of all, the 6 demon generals, about where the 6 demon generals are currently gathering. Before that, enjoy the fragrance of the toilet. After saying that, he left here. Hey, don't describe that kind of place with fragrance. You are worthy of being a master. Lucy complained, you have changed your name again. A few minutes later, Yi Yi came back, and just when Yi Yi was about to continue talking, Izana walked in. Mr. Izana is back, so let's continue to discuss the battle meeting. Jura said to Izana who had returned. When everyone thought that Izana would continue to lie on the sofa and not participate in this matter, Izana suddenly said, I will be in charge of this mission. Jura asked, is Mr. Izana going to join the battle? Izana replied indifferently, yes and no. This confused everyone. Just when everyone didn't know what it meant, Izuna kicked Yi in the stomach and sent her flying dozens of meters away. Senior Izuna! Senior, what are you doing? Senior! Yi's 3 disciples were also stunned and didn't understand what Izuna meant. Izuna ignored the 3 people, gathered magic power in his hand and sucked Yi over, and then said coldly, "Go back and tell your President Wu, if you play like this, you will die miserably." Then Yi turned into a Gemini star spirit and flew away. Izuna said to Lian and the other 2, "Go to the bathroom to see if Yi is still there? He should not have been captured." Then Lian and the other 2 went to the bathroom and saw Yi tied up, and carried him back. "I didn't expect Mr. Izuna to find the problem in an instant. If it hadn't been discovered, there might be heavy losses later." Wendy felt the terrifying magic power and couldn't help but retreat. What she didn't know was that it was Grandine in her body who was not sure whether Izuna was an enemy or a friend, so she subconsciously reminded Wendy. Xiaolulu was also frightened by the magic power just now, and she could feel that the man in front of her just punched the man lightly and beat him without any power to fight back. Half an hour later. "I'm so sorry, I accidentally let them sneak attack, men." Izuna said to everyone, "Since all the people are here, I will be the one to distribute them this time. According to my information, the 6 demon generals want to obtain Nirvana. Nirvana is a huge reversal magic that can make good people evil and evil people good. But this time I just want to ensure your safety. I am not very interested in these. You will start to form teams next. Who has any objections?" Everyone shook their heads to indicate that it was okay. "Okay, Gray and Leon, you 2 will form a team. The main thing is to deal with the lasers of the 6 demon generals. The lasers use deception magic, which can slow down people's 5 senses, but this magic is localized. In fact, as long as the other person stands at a distance to attack, it will be fine. Jura and Urza will deal with the 6 demon generals' hot eyes. This person has only been after money all his life, and all these things he has done are for his younger brother Valen. You 2 will go to rebel against him. Lucy, Jerry, Yi and the 3 of you will deal with the Angel. She is the murderer of Colin and is also a celestial mage." After saying that, he threw the key of Virgo to Lucy. "Hey? This is Virgo's Baluge. I'm not a celestial mage. I hope this key can show its true power in your hands." At this time, Natsu shouted, "What about me?" Natsu and Wendy, as well as Happy and Charlu, will deal with Cobra of the 6 demon generals. That guy, like Laxus, has a magic-killing crystal implanted in his body. He is a poisonous dragon-killing mage. Same as Laxus. Poisonous dragon-killing mage. Natsu, this time you not only have to defeat Cobra, but also protect Wendy who is assisting you from behind. Do you have confidence? I'm excited." At this time, Jura asked, "What about the other 2? Who of those 2 will defeat these 4 first and then defeat the remaining 2? I really want to see if Natsu has the strength to do so." Chapter 61. What 6 demon generals? I'll punch them away. I'm fired up. Seeing Natsu so impatient, Izuna thought to himself, since Yi has joined the battle and has also allocated the battle situation reasonably, it would be nice to test Natsu this time. Then he said, "Okay, be quiet." Then he motioned Yi to continue the previous topic. Going north from this place is the vast Waysai Sea of Trees. The ancients sealed a powerful magic in that sea of trees. This magic is Nirvana. Then Izuna looked at the confused people and said simply, in other words, this time the 6 demon generals will gather in the Sea of Trees and get Nirvana. Do you understand? Everyone understood the meaning and nodded in response. There are 13 of us in total. I'll say it again. I'm only responsible for ensuring your safety. At most, I can help you hold back the remaining 2 of the 6 demons. The rest is up to you. Oh, by the way, if Gray and Natsu can't complete the task this time, they won't be able to become S-class magicians in 10 years. Gray exclaimed, What? Natsu also echoed, why? Hee, excluding me, 12 people against 4 people, Gray, you and Natsu are 2 against 1, and I also told them their weaknesses and magic. I'm telling you, if you can lose, what qualifications do you have to become an S-class magician in the future? Arisa stood up and said, I agree with Izuna. He has already told us the opponent's strength, weaknesses and magic characteristics in advance. If we lose in a 2-on-1 situation, it will not only be embarrassing, but we may also lose our lives in the future. Izuna looked at everyone and said, then why are you still standing there? Let's go now. Very good. I'm already burning. After saying that, Natsu punched the door of President Bob's villa and rushed out. Then everyone ran out in a swarm, only Jura and Yi did not do the same as Natsu and others. Mr. Jura, you are also one of the 10 holy magicians. In this case, your strength should be enough to match Mr. Makarov and Mr. Izuna. Yi asked. Jura heard this and immediately attacked Yi, because Izuna took Jura to a deserted place before leaving. Memories. Jura, if Yi asked you on the way whether you were one of the 10 great magisters of the saints, or whether you could rival President Makarov or Granny Obama, just fight him directly. Yi should have been captured by the 6 demon generals. After the memories. Yan Taizhu. What is Mr. Jura doing? Shouldn't we work together to deal with the 6 demon generals? Asked Jiminy at this time. Are you still pretending? 6 demon generals. I've been discovered. But I'm curious, how did you discover Jamie's disguise? Humph. Mr. Izuna told me before we set out that people like you won't give up and will definitely copy another person. And if you copy other people, you may be discovered just like you discovered Mr. One Night. You will definitely be smart and continue to copy Mr. One Night. Izuna? What a troublesome person. Stone formation. Open, the gate of Aries, Aries. Soft wool 100%. As the pink wool wall appeared, it not only blocked Jura's attack, but also gave Angel a chance to escape. Damn it! What happened to Yi? I've seen it, it's the sea of trees. In that case, let's start forming teams according to the plan. I'll wait for Jura and Yi here, you guys go first, be careful, if something goes wrong, retreat as soon as possible. Everyone nodded and responded, yes. Then everyone started to move forward according to the team they had planned. After entering the woods, everyone became nervous and didn't dare to relax at all, fearing that the 6 demon generals would launch a surprise attack. After everyone entered the forest, a shadow blocked the sun. Everyone thought it was the 6 demon generals, until they saw the spaceship in the sky, they realized what was going on. Blue Pegasus's magic attack boat, Christina. Now, the chances of winning have increased by another 10%. But before everyone could cheer, Christina was bombarded by 2 cannons. Someone is coming, don't be careless. All 6 demon generals came out of the smoke. Seeing this, Izuna instantly appeared in front of President Wu. The magic power bursting out of his body forced President Wu back dozens of meters in an instant. Cobra, who was standing by, had no idea what was going on. When he came to his senses at that time, they found that their president appeared dozens of meters away, and couldn't help but sigh in their hearts, so strong. I can't hear this guy's inner thoughts at all. In just a moment, the president was blown away by the burst of magic power. The sleeping Anya also felt the danger and woke up. During this time, Izuna ignored the other 6 demons and walked straight to President Wu and said coldly, I know you are in a sealed state now, but this battle is for me to help those behind me grow. I don't want anything to happen in this game, let alone kill me and then kill others. I am the one who made this game. Understand? Although President Wu looked reluctant, he still didn't want to say more. He didn't want to release his other personality. Gray and the others were all shocked and exclaimed, is this Izuna's strength? No wonder he said he didn't take the 6 demon generals seriously. Only Natsu said excitedly, after this crusade, you have to duel with me, Izuna. Izuna smiled and said softly, as long as you can successfully complete this crusade, I will agree to whatever you want to know and duel. Then it's settled. Izuna used magic to carry President Wu and Dark Knight to the middle of a forest and left. Father! This guy! He is indeed the one who slaughtered the Council of Judges. He is still in a regular guild. After so many years, he is still so domineering. But unfortunately, people who are too domineering often have a short life. What should we do next? Well, the other 4 should have fought with them. Now they should be fighting guerrilla warfare in the forest. Since he wants to play, we will play with him. The rest, just follow the original plan. But you need to find the laser. I just saw the priestess in the sky. She is the key to treating Jalal. Understood. Chapter 62. 6 Demon Generals. Money is not noble, right? After saying that, the 6 demon generals' hot eyes launched an attack. Rock Iron Wall. Jura instantly hardened the surrounding ground to block Hot Eye's attack. Jura sighed, it was a close call. I didn't expect a sudden attack. Master Jura. You are so awesome, Mr. Jura. Thank you for saving our lives. When the smoke cleared, everyone found that the 6 demon generals had disappeared, along with Wendy. Damn! Where are those guys? Natsu shouted angrily. Did they all run away? What did you say? Damn! After seeing that everyone had left, Xiaolulu said to the back of the stone, Wendy, come out. Wendy. Xiaolulu saw that Wendy did not respond, and she sensed something was wrong, 9 out of 10, and then ran over to check. Wendy is gone. Xiaolulu exclaimed. What? Everyone was shocked when they heard this. At this time, Urza said, it should be taken away by the 6 demon generals. I heard them say that they were the witch of the sky. Lian looked at everything around and said, we completely lost to them. Yvonne also echoed, damn, there were only 4 people on the other side just now. They are too strong, and our coalition is completely helpless. The only people in our coalition who can really compete with the 6 demon generals are the S-level magicians of each guild. The 6 demon generals. What a terrible guy. Leon said at this time. Iluza stood up to stop the scene. She knew that this short confrontation had caused the morale of the coalition army to plummet. If she continued on this topic, she might have lost before the real fight. Then she said sternly, be quiet. Now we are going to find them, rescue Wendy, and organize them to get Nirvana. How could ye yet, a blue Pegasus S-class magician, not know the current situation? But all he could do now was to liven up the atmosphere. Then he stood up and posed and said, the damn 6 demon generals, they ran away immediately after seeing me coming. It seems that there is nothing to be afraid of. What a charming fragrance, men. Gray complained, you are also covered in wounds, aren't you? These minor injuries are nothing, allies, come and smell my pain-relieving fragrance. As Yi opened the bottle stopper, the fragrance inside began to emanate, and the pain of the crowd began to gradually disappear, and with the gradual disappearance of the low morale, everyone was full of energy as if nothing had happened. Defeat the 6 demon generals and rescue Wendy. I'm already ignited, go. But Natsu had just run 2 steps away when Xiaolulu grabbed his scarf and made him fall to the ground. I can't stand you, calm down for a while. Wings. She has wings. Just like us. Then the harpy also flew up. Xiaolulu explained, this is a magic called wings, but it is inevitable that people who see it for the first time will be surprised. In short, although Wendy's safety is very worrying, you should also know that they are not opponents that can be easily defeated. At this time, Jura came from behind and said, Miss Xiaolulu is right, the enemy is stronger than we thought. Besides. Iluza. Cheer up. Iluza hugged the arm bitten by the cobra of the 6 demon generals. The venom began to spread where the snake bit me. Teacher Ichia. I know. For my lovely sweetheart, quickly spread the pain-relieving aroma. Increase the aroma. At this time, Lucy asked Hibiki and the other 2, but can the pain-relieving aroma cure poisoning? The fragrance of the senior can not only heal wounds, but also purify toxins. But the fragrance of the night has run out, and Urza still hasn't improved at all. She is still enduring the severe pain. Urza, are you okay? Why do you seem to be in more pain? Natsu asked with concern. Cheer up, Urza. What should I do? Urza said, Lucy. Sorry, lend me your belt. After saying that, she grabbed Lucy's belt. Everyone was watching the spring scene in front of them. Urza tied up her poisoned arm, and everyone knew what Urza wanted to do. Only Lucy asked Urza stupidly, what do you want to do? Urza. Sorry, I can't fight at all if I go on like this. After that, he bit his clothes tightly, threw out his sword, and said to everyone cut it off. Everyone was shocked. They didn't expect Urza in front of them to be so decisive. What stupid things are you saying now? Please, who's coming? Natsu also advised, Happy and I will go to Izuna, he must have a way. Seeing that everyone was still hesitating, Leon drew his sword and said, let me do it. Leon, stop it. Hurry up. Gray shouted, no. Lucy didn't know what to do, and then asked, Leon, do you really want to do this? We can't lose this woman at this critical moment. But. At this time, Jelly next to Leon couldn't stand it anymore, and said to everyone in Fairy Tale really. How can you fairies be so naive? If this continues, Miss Urza will definitely not be able to save her life. What do you know about us, woman? This is also the love of Lord Leon. Hurry up. The venom will soon flow all over my body. Just as Leon was about to chop him down, Gray shouted, "Don't do it, Leon." Everyone followed to dissuade him, but was stopped by Jura. "This is Miss Urza's decision. I'm going to do it." Leon raised his sword high, and just as he was chopping it down, Gray froze Leon's movements. "Do you think this woman's arm is more important than her life? Maybe there are other ways to save her. Why are you jumping to conclusions so quickly? You are still as naive as ever, Gray. What about you? I thought you had changed a little bit." Finally, Urza, who couldn't hold on any longer, fainted on the ground. "Iluza. It's not good. If we keep dragging it on like this, the venom will spread all over her body." At this time, Xiaolulu said, "If Wendy was here, she could be saved. Now is not the time to quarrel among partners, right? Let's work together to rescue Wendy." "Wendy? Are you saying that little girl can use detoxification magic? That's amazing. Not only detoxification, she can also help reduce fever and relieve pain, as well as heal injuries." Yet, who flew out of nowhere, said, "It doesn't sound good. Why do I feel that my position is threatened? But isn't healing magic a lost magic?" Jerry asked. "Does the Sky Priestess have anything to do with Wendy?" Xiaolulu explained, "Wendy is the Sky Dragon Slayer magician, and healing is a piece of cake for the Sky Dragon." Just as the others were surprised, a familiar voice came. "Wendy is the priestess of the sky. She should be taken to the 6 demon generals. Isana, save Urza." "Really? You guys are losing at the beginning of the game. You also know healing magic?" Xiaolulu asked in shock. "Yes, but not as professional as Wendy." "Okay, let's get started." Chapter 63. You can also use healing magic? Xiaolulu asked Izana in shock. "Yes, but only a little bit." Everyone asked, "What do you mean by only a little bit?" Izana then explained to everyone, "My healing is not as professional as Wendy's. My healing comes from my magic, which is similar to Wendy's, but not professional. Wendy's magic can heal everything, and restore energy and heal. My magic can only heal, but not restore energy. So that's how it is, but it's also amazing." Jura also stepped forward to praise, "Even if it's not as comprehensive as Miss Wendy, it's still quite amazing. After all, the lost magic has been lost a long time ago." At this time, Natsu found something wrong, and looked at the magic around Izana's body and asked, Izana, how did your magic become like this?" Izana secretly complained in his heart, "Natsu. Zaz is a guy who doesn't have any brains at all. Why is he focusing on this?" Then he said casually to fool Natsu and others, "After all, it's the lost magic." "Is that so?" Isana secretly complained, "This guy." A moment later, Isana stopped healing, stood up and said to everyone, "It's done." "Great." Isana whispered to everyone, "Okay, Urza will be taken care of by me for the time being, you guys start." "In that case. Then, what should be done now is obvious. Organize the 6 demon generals and rescue Wendy." "Very good. Let's go." "Ah! In the cave deep in the Sea of trees." "Boss, is this little girl the priestess of the sky?" Laser, who was sitting on the ground, asked. "Is she related to Nirvana?" Cobra also asked curiously. "She doesn't look like a sky priestess at all." The eye-catching hand next to him said, "I know, you want to sell her to make a fortune. Right? Or use her to threaten other people outside." Cobra was also relieved and said, "You finally thought about something other than money, even if it's just for a moment. As long as you have money, even love can be easily obtained." "Really?" The leader standing in front of Wendy said, "This guy can use sky magic, that is, the user of healing magic." "You mean healing magic?" Laser exclaimed. Angel was also surprised and said, "Lost magic. Is it the forgotten ancient magic? Now, I smell the smell of money from here." Cobra looked at the little girl in front of him and sighed, "Such a little girl. Could it be?" "You're right, I want to revive him." At this time, Wendy said, "Although I'm not sure, I will never help bad people." The head of the 6 demon generals smiled, and then said confidently, Of course you will, absolutely. I believe you will definitely be willing to revive him. Then he turned around and ordered, Laser, bring that guy over. Laser complained, it's far away. Even if I'm fast, it will take about an hour. It doesn't matter. So that's it. As long as that guy can be resurrected, it means that he has found nirvana. Is that what you plan to do? Cobra, Hot Eyes, Angel, you three still have to continue to find nirvana. At this time, Angel said, but as long as someone it should be no necessary for being able to resurrect, right? I am not afraid of 10,000, just in case, I will stay here at midnight. No matter who it is, just find nirvana men. At this time, the Hot Eyes interrupted Anja's words and answered, just give this person a million J. What magic is the bottom? But even if the sound was very small, he was heard by the head of the 6 devils. Then he looked at Wendy and exposed a sinister smile. At this time, Natsu and his team had already split up into several groups according to Izuna's instructions. Since Wendy was not there, Yaya was in the same team with Natsu. I really don't know which of the 6 demon generals we will meet. I hope they are not too strong. Lucy said. At this time, Hibiki said, don't be modest. We have heard about it a long time ago. Hey! Hibiki said, for example, you beat 19 3-meter-tall gorillas. Yvonne also echoed, and when you fought against Phantom, you knocked down President Joseph with your bare hands. Lien also said, when Agalafa was fighting the Dark Guild, he challenged 1,000 people alone. This is too much nonsense. And who made this rumor? Natsu asked, the Dragon Slayer in the sky. What does the magician eat? We just left after a few words last time. Xiaolulu replied calmly, air. Will it taste good? Who knows? Yi complained, excuse me, is there any difference between that and oxygen? Men. At this time, Xiaolulu said to Natsu, Wendy may have volunteered to participate in this light-hearted battle plan because she thought she might see you again. She heard from you that your guild has the only one who knows where the dragon is. Are you talking about Izuna? Which Izuna? Xiaolulu asked in confusion. Mr. Izuna is the one who just cured Urza's sweetheart. Didn't Miss Xiaolulu pay attention when she was talking to Mr. Izuna just now? Men. At this time, Natsu suddenly said, Laxus, I actually forgot that he was the one who implanted the Dragon Slayer magic crystal. Damn it. Then he changed the subject and said, but Izuna said that his magic is not really from the dragon cult, nor is it the Dragon Slayer magic obtained through the Dragon Slayer magic crystal, and he seems to know where the dragon is. But he is really strong. When Wendy and I just met up with you, I felt the huge magic power in this person's body. In addition, you said that he knows where the dragon lives. He is really a mysterious person. But I want to ask, why did he participate in this crusade, but still didn't take action? Aren't you afraid of his betrayal? Xiaolulu expressed her doubts. Why should I be afraid? Although Izuna is a bastard with a strange personality and a cruel heart, he is absolutely reliable. He asked us to complete this expedition, proving that he has determined that we can complete this mission, but he is not good at speaking. No. This bastard just doesn't like to talk, and he always says that being frugal is cool. Although he sometimes treats his companions badly and often scares everyone, I can feel that he really likes this guild just like Laxus. It's just that everyone has a different way. I agree with Mr. Natsu, this is the fragrance of family love. Men. Chapter 64. At this moment, Xiaolulu screamed. Ah! What is this? The forest in front of them was all black, without any signs of life, and exuded a faint dead silence. The trees are black. What a disgusting fragrance. It feels so disgusting. Just as the three were still sighing at the scene in front of them, the people under the command of the 6 demon generals appeared. They said that this is because of the influence of nirvana, right? Brother Sahud. Yahoo! Because this magic is so amazing, the earth is gradually dying. Brother Carter. After that, some humans with the same habits as monkeys appeared around them and surrounded Natsu and the other two. How could it be? We are surrounded. I heard that this is the influence of nirvana, right? Brother Sahud. You just said it, Brother Carter. Did I say that, Brother Sahud? Natsu on the side shouted excitedly, it's a monkey. And there are 2 of them. At this time, a small minion pointed at Natsu and said, this man is from fairy tale. It's because of them. Carter asked, is it the companion of the woman who ruined our plan in Agalafa? Wow, great! There's one more. We are the naked bandage men under the 6 demon generals. Yahoo! Let's have some fun. Natsu asked Yi in confusion, who is the naked bandage man? It's one of the dark guilds. Didn't you fight them before? We were fooled. It turns out that there are more than 6 enemies. It's okay, Miss Xiaolulu, they are just a guild under the 6 demon generals, and they won't have an advantage even if they have more people. At this time, Natsu dressed up as a gorilla and said, you're just in time. What are you talking about? We have to find a way to escape from here quickly. Miss Xiaolulu is really naive. Escape from here is contrary to our original intention, isn't it? Men. That's right, they finally showed up. Can't we just blow them away? As long as we find out their base, things will be easy. Natsu waved his fist and agreed with full fighting spirit, then go and save Wendy directly. How dare you underestimate us, you little brat. We are the naked bandage men under the 6 demon generals. Natsu complained, why do you have to say it twice? Your death is coming. After that, the naked bandage men began to imitate monkeys and prepared to attack. Really? What's going on with the fairy tale and Aoki Pegasus? Do they think they can win against so many enemies? At the same time, each group was surrounded by the dark guilds under the 6 demon generals. It's really a headache. I didn't expect it would take so much time. This thing is so heavy that I can't use it no matter how fast I am. Laser said. That's absolutely not the case. No one in the world is faster than you. Wendy, who was standing by, looked at the object in front of her and said, this is a coffin. The leader of the 6 demon generals came over and whispered, Wendy, I want you to use magic to heal this man. Impossible. I will never do such a thing. The leader said confidently, no, you will do this. Because you have to heal him. As the red light flashed, the chains and shackles on the coffin broke one after another. As the surface of the coffin melted, the person inside also emerged. A bound person was lying inside, with scars left by the magic spirit power on his body. This man is called Jalal. He once sneaked into the council, and he also knows the whereabouts of Nirvana. Wendy looked at the man in front of her in disbelief, and slowly said, Jalal. He became like this because he was exposed to the power of the magic spirit, but he is not dead. Only your magic can restore him to his original state. This man is your benefactor, right? Why is Jalal here? This man is a ghost possessed by the dead. He is a pathetic idealist, but he is a benefactor to you. Okay, you should quickly revive this man. Seeing that Wendy was still hesitating, the leader also took out a dagger and put it on Jalal's neck and threatened, if you don't let him revive. Stop. Wendy knelt down and begged weakly, I beg you, stop. Heal him quickly, it's easy for you, right? Wendy said with tears in her eyes, please, give me some time to think about it. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes. I didn't expect these minions to be so good at fighting. Xiaolulu hid behind a tree and complained, what nonsense is this? The other side is a whole guild. What on earth are you thinking about? Natsu picked up the president of the naked bandage man and asked, Monkey, where is your base? And where is Wendy now? The president of the naked bandage man sneered, who wants to say it, idiot? Natsu heard the words and knocked him out with the sharp horns of the fire dragon, and then asked the next one. Xiaolulu complained, I said you are really messing around. Guest, I'll leave it to you next. What? Guest? At this time, a voice came into the ears of Natsu and the other two. It's been a long time since I saw you, little charcoal kid. I was really taken care of by you guys a while ago, flies. Yi didn't expect that there was someone else at this time, and he also exclaimed, what? And Natsu greeted him, hey, Breeze Boy. It's been a long time since we last met. Are you okay? Elijah was petrified on the spot when he heard this, find out the situation, we are not in this kind of relationship. Elijah flew down the wind, looked at Natsu and Yi and said coldly, since the dissolution of the Iron Forest, I have been working as a bodyguard in the guilds under the 6 demon generals, just to wait, for the day to get justice from the flies. That is the day when the god of death is resurrected. I understand, you want to seek revenge on Mr. Natsu, right? It's the scent of revenge. I'm burning. Xiaolulu looked at the battle in front of her and had a bad feeling. You guys, are you still going to continue fighting? This is beyond the scope of fooling around. Sure enough, I can't compare with those rotten monkeys just now. Leave it to me for one night. Natsu jumped up and said, Fire Dragons, Iron Fist. Two powerful magic forces collided in the air. Xiaolulu on the ground had been staying in the Demon Cat Inn and had never seen such a scene. She was surprised and said, I said, aren't fire and wind mortal enemies? Why doesn't Natsu have the slightest momentum of weakness? In terms of attributes, yes, but Natsu is a man who wants to become an S-class magician. Said Habib. Chapter 65. You kid. Eligari looked shocked and said to Natsu in surprise. The claw of the fire dragon. Natsu kicked Eligari away. His magic power has far exceeded the previous level. But he still pretended to be calm and flew to Natsu and said, Kid, it seems that you have improved a lot. Sorry, Eligari. I should kick you away. Because I have to rush to rescue Wendy. After that, Natsu was wrapped in flames. Don't talk big over there, kid. Watch how I cut you into pieces. After that, he launched an attack. Emerald Swift. Eligari's attack came, and almost everything on the ground was blown away by the powerful air wave. Ha ha ha. How about this destructive power? I haven't been idle all the time. In order to seek revenge on you as soon as possible, I have been practicing and improving my magic power. Eligari stood in the air and looked down at the ashes produced by the explosion below. It's so boring. What's the point of revenge? You're still fussy about trivial matters. Eligari. What? Eligari was also confused when he heard this. Is there something more important? Something that can make people's blood boil? Eligari smiled and said, You are absolutely right. This has nothing to do with the Iron Forest and the 6 demon generals. A magician must have the principles of a magician. I will defeat you. That's right. Come on. Both of them gathered a lot of magic power. Eligari swooped down from the air, and the magic power gathered in his hands turned into a gust of wind. Natsu's hands were also wrapped in flames. See how I knock you away. Magic Wind Palm. As Eligari's attack was launched, an explosion occurred around Natsu instantly, and the ground turned into rubble. Natsu soared into the air from the smoke and rushed straight to Eligari's face. Red Lotus. Fire Dragon Fist. I can't beat him. Eligari, who was knocked away, only said this last sentence. Mr. Natsu is really strong. Men like pigeons. Xiaolulu also praised, You are quite capable. But in her heart, she thought, So, is this the strength of a fire dragon? Natsu ignored everyone and walked straight towards Eligari. Just when everyone thought Natsu was going to finish him off, Natsu grabbed Eligari's collar. Tell me, where is Wendy? Stop pretending to be asleep. Natsu and the other two also arrived at the base. Is it here? So Natsu started to shout at the bottom of the valley, Wendy. This action undoubtedly scared Xiaolulu, and she quickly stopped him and said, What are you doing? Maybe the enemy is also in there. In the cave. Laser, don't let anyone get close. Okay. A bunch of bastards. Just when Natsu and his group were still looking at the bottom of the valley, a bright light appeared and Laser shot everyone away. Why is it this guy again? Time's up. Lost magic, healing magic, when will it be used if you don't use it now? Hurry up. Damn it. This guy is the opponent designated by Izana for Gray and Leon. I'll stop him, Mr. Natsu, take Mr. Habib and Miss Xiaolulu to the bottom. Yi said. How could I let you go? Laser jumped down from the tree, and just when he landed on the ground and was about to stop them, Yi suddenly stopped Laser. The scent of speed. Men. Natsu and his group also successfully reached the bottom of the valley. Wendy, Wendy. Old uncle, you actually blocked my Mercedes. Uncle? No. I'm only 29 years old. Men. Did you smell it? The scent of battle. If you want to fight someone, I'm enough. When Natsu entered the cave, he found a familiar figure standing in front of him. When the man turned around, Natsu also began to be serious. Jalal. Wendy on the side kept crying, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Because this person is my benefactor. Wendy, did you use healing magic just now? What are you doing? if you use this kind of magic casually. Xiaolulu didn't finish her words before she saw Wendy fall to the ground. Wendy! Why are you here? Jalal! Then Natsu's fist burst into flames and rushed towards Jalal, who raised his hand and knocked Natsu away. The head of the 6 demon generals also came at this time in front of Jalal. He said, "Your magic power is still as amazing as before." Jalal looked back at him, then waved his hand and started to attack. What? The head of the 6 demon generals had never guessed that Jalal would suddenly attack. Jalal slowly walked out of the cave and disappeared from everyone's sight. Natsu, get up quickly. Happy ran to Natsu and shook Natsu's body. Jalal. Where is he, Jalal? He's gone. That bastard. I don't know where that guy came from, but the most important thing now is to take Wendy back quickly, right? That guy. If he is also involved in this matter, I'm afraid he will go back to find Izuna. Let's go, Happy. Got it. Then Happy took Natsu and Xiaolulu took Wendy back to where Urza and Izuna were. After everyone left, the head of the 6 demon generals stood up in the huge pit. It's beyond my expectation. No, shouldn't I help him untie the restraints? But he shouldn't have been so hostile to me before. Could it be that Jalal heard something about Nirvana while sleeping? Just as he was thinking, he suddenly felt that Jalal wanted to monopolize Nirvana. Jalal doesn't intend to monopolize Nirvana, does he? Don't even think about it. That's our thing. How can we give it to anyone so easily? Then he shouted to the sky, Cobra, did you hear it? Jalal ran away, chase him. That guy went to Nirvana. On the other side. Okay, I heard it clearly. Even Jalal's footsteps. Isuna, Isuna. Natsu and his group came to Isuna. Isuna asked, what's wrong? Natsu said, Jalal is here. Hee. I know. Then he walked towards Wendy, looked at Xiaolulu and said, Wendy just consumed too much magic power, just take a rest. Thank you. You know Jalal is here? With him, and the 6 demon generals, even Urza will find it difficult to win. Izuna smiled and asked back, hee. So? You come to me and let me take action. Now the situation is developing in an uncontrollable direction. Jalal is our man. He will destroy Nirvana before you and others. And he may even help us, so he is not our enemy for the time being. What? You don't have Wendy now. Are you afraid to defeat the Cobra of the 6 demon generals alone? Afraid? I'm already burning. Then go ahead. He should be looking for Jalal. Oh, right. His big snake can fly, and it is also his weakness. If you are in danger, you can use it to threaten him. I don't care about this method. After saying that, Natsu and Happy left here. At this time, a voice sounded, Jalal. Chapter 66. Jalal. Hey? How, did you sense Jalal? At this time, a voice came into Natsu's ears. Natsu. Can you hear me? Happy saw Natsu stopped and asked, what's wrong, Natsu? This voice seems to be. The voice sounded again. Natsu, can you hear me? Excuse me, who are you? It's me, Hibiki of Blue Pegasus. Great, I haven't been able to contact everyone, and I'm getting anxious. Natsu asked, where are you? Keep your voice down. There is a guy with amazing hearing among the enemies. There is a high possibility that he overheard our conversation. So I'm talking directly to your brain. Hibiki on the other side asked, by the way, where is Wendy? She's already with Izuna and Urza. Really? That's good. You really have a way. What are you talking to yourself about? Happy asked. I'm not sure what's going on in my mind. I think I know where everyone is. Lucy looked at Hibiki and asked, how did you tell Natsu where everyone is? My ancient magic book is a magic that compresses information. As long as the information is compressed, it can be transmitted among people at a faster speed. I've never heard of this kind of magic. Hibiki explained, in fact, the idea of using magic to convert information into data has only appeared recently. So that's the case. Gray. Leon. Where are you? A dangerous scent has appeared. Yi ran frantically, trying to find the 2 brothers. Too slow. After saying that, he flashed in front of Yi and teleported to another place. Yi was surprised and said, when is it? If I want, it's easy to get rid of you, but I still like to torture you here. Anyway, it's not too late for me to play something. Strength fragrance. Speed fragrance. Zero distance absorption. Yi instantly turned into a muscular man and started to attack. Too slow. Too slow, too slow. Laser kicked Yi into the air. Damn. My eyes can't keep up with his speed. Hehe, Death GP, opening. After Laser said this, dozens of magic motorcycles appeared around him. Hehe, Hell Motorcycle Show. Yi, who was knocked away, returned to the ground again. It turns out that these things can still be ridden. Laser explained patiently, these are specially made according to my speed. People with slow speed can't control them. Yi jumped on a magic motorcycle and started looking for Gray and Leon. How thoughtful. It's even equipped with an SE plug. But it's still a bit hard to consume magic power with this kind of thing. I hope to meet up with others soon. It's really interesting. Do you want to compete with me or run? Then the two began to chase. Laser also praised, as a good uncle in a regular guild, you are very qualified. Is this because you don't want to admit your age? You'd better not look down on me. And I'm only 29 years old. It's not appropriate for you to call me uncle. Yi launched an attack Chaos Fragrance. But Laser accelerated and dodged it, and didn't forget to taunt, why are you so slow? Damn. The speed can't keep up with him at all. At your current speed, is there a way to avoid this? Laser also started to attack. High-speed sliding wheel. Suddenly, countless tires appeared in the sky and hit Yi. Tires. Seeing Yi dodged most of the tires, Laser praised, you're really good. But the fun of Death GP is just about to begin. Laser ran to the front and suddenly drifted. Countless gun barrels appeared on the back seat of the magic motorcycle and attacked Yi. After a burst of explosions. Damn it, what a mess. What's wrong with you, old man? After saying that, the magic motorcycle that Laser rode began to change, revealing the same gun barrels as before. The explosion sounded, and Gray and Leon also heard the loud noise. What was the explosion just now? Is there another pursuer? No. Just when Gray and Leon were still confused, Yi drove the magic motorcycle and passed over them, followed closely by Laser of the 6 Demon Generals. Yi. The other person is, Laser of the 6 Demon Generals. Yi had just noticed the two brothers below, and then rode down the slope, then jumped in front of the two. Great, I finally found you two. The one behind is Laser of the 6 Demon Generals. Didn't Mr. Izana tell you two about their weaknesses? Let's fight together next. But Yi was knocked unconscious by a tire in the sky as soon as he finished speaking. Then the two of them started a new round of crazy racing on motorcycles. I can't use my full strength while riding. Is that why you let me get on the car? Then open your eyes and let me show you the modeling magic. This sentence is redundant. Then Leon put his hands together to use the modeling magic. Gray smiled when he saw this scene. Leon, why are you using both hands to cast magic? Didn't you teach us this? Ice, make, Big Eagle. This attack instantly shattered Laser's car. Did it work? No, it doesn't look like it. Laser rolled in the air. It's time to end the game. Ice, make. Great Ape. Hammer Soldier. Laser dodged and said, you two's modeling magic is pretty fast. Speed is a good thing, but it's too early for you. After knocking the two away, he continued, it's impossible for you to keep up with my speed. Damn. I can't hit it at all. Gray hammered the ground hard. Gray. Remember what Izana said. You mean? Then the two stood back to back and took off their clothes. This made Laser confused. Why do you have to take off your clothes? And the speed of taking off clothes is faster than my running speed. Bing Jian Chuan. By long. His speed has increased again. At this time, Laser taunted, your level of attack will never hit me in your lifetime. Really? I think I can do it alone. Leon said confidently. Leon. Gray shouted. Leon didn't say anything, and froze Gray with his backhand. Come on. Chapter 67. Magnolia, Fairy Tale. The results of the investigation are out. Myra asked, is it an investigation of the 6 demon generals? Yes, it's about the head. He may have worked in the Magic Bureau before. Magic Bureau, his true identity is. It is under further investigation. Let's not talk about this for now. What is of concern at the moment is the R system. According to the situation, it seems to have some connection with the previous Paradise Tower. That's what the report says. Myra was also a little sad when she heard it. Harris, it's because of the Tower of Paradise, and the most recent Tower of Paradise operation is related to Jalal, right? It's a pity what happened to Harris. Since then, Izana has become a different person. The current situation is really confusing. Makarov took a sip of wine and then said, I really can't guess where the leader wants to use magic. Myra looked at Makarov with a worried face and comforted him, it's okay. Hey. Makarov didn't understand what Myra meant. Natsu and the others are there now, so I think it will be okay. Besides, Urza and Izana are there, and the 6 demon generals will definitely not cause any trouble. That's right, but when there is no danger, Izana is the biggest danger. At this time, Myra also poured a bucket of cold water on Makarov again. As long as they don't cause any extra damage, there's no need to worry. That's what I'm most worried about. Internal strife among partners? It's really ugly. Laser taunted. Please, don't get me wrong, this guy is not my partner, we just happen to worship the same person as our teacher, that's all. Really? Your narcissistic thoughts will make you lose the chance of winning, but you don't have any chance of winning against me. Stop screaming over there. After saying that, Laser started to attack fiercely, but when he hit Leon, he found that he hit the ice. I'm here, slow guy. Leon taunted. Seeing this, Laser chased after him and soon came to Leon and taunted him, your words are quite interesting, but you are the slow one. Leon also stopped running and put his hands together to prepare for the attack. Your biggest weakness is lack of attack power. No matter how fast you are, you lack a decisive move. Laser said nonchalantly, what? Ice, make. Ikagot. Laser, who wanted to attack, suddenly stopped. He thought Leon was going to attack him, but Leon used ice to make his body full of spikes. If you dare to rush over, you will become a skewer. Then he jumped up and led him to a distance, taunting him, come on, what's wrong? Catch up with me with your proud speed. How naive. Laser began to gather magic power under his feet. Shift mode, red alert zone. Laser came to Leon's side in just a moment and kicked him away. Ah! Leon felt pain all over his body. This is my fastest speed. Do you think I will use all my strength at the beginning to deal with guys like you? Leon climbed up from the smoke and ran away, continuing to taunt Laser, it's still early. Laser came to Leon and kicked him away again, where do you want to go? Leon ignored what Laser said, no matter how he was knocked out again and again, he got up and ran away. Where did the momentum just now go? Laser taunted. Laser looked at Leon who climbed up and ran away again and said, what a tough guy. Finally, Leon came to the edge of an empty cliff. Ice, make. Eagle. I said you can't hit me, why don't you understand? Laser taunted Leon sarcastically. Then he beat Leon severely. Come on, what's wrong? Are you so useless? You don't seem to be moving. Leon was also knocked to the ground by this attack. Laser rode on Leon and said coldly, just now you said that I lack a decisive move, right? Then Laser pulled up the ice cone on the ground and said, to decide the outcome, this thing is enough. With my speed, no matter what magic you want to use against me, I can kill you first. But, you want is a good thing to hone your skills while you're young, but you just picked the wrong opponent. I'm the 6 demon generals. Leon glanced at the bird in the sky, and then said, really? 6 demons, 6 wishes, these 6 pillars will never collapse. If anyone wants to shake these pillars, there is only one way to go. But when you faced Izana of fairy tale, you didn't even dare to breathe. Laser wanted to refute something, but then he thought that this kid was telling the truth. Sure enough. Hey! Izana has already told us about your magic characteristics and your weaknesses. I originally doubted whether what he said was true, but just now, when I saw the bird in the sky flew by at super fast speed, it proved that what he said was true. The magic you used is not to increase your own speed, but to slow down the opponent, no, to be more precise, it is a magic that slows down the speed of the opponent within a certain range. In other words, my speed is just forced to slow down. To put it bluntly, since this magic can only work within a certain range, your speed is nothing as long as you are observed from outside this range. Gray, who is on a high place, is ready to go. That's why you deliberately let that guy stay away from me. Yes, this is the way he told us to defeat you. Gray stood on a high place and looked at Leon and Laser in the distance. It seems that Izana really has everything in his palm. Laser said, but he is so far away from me, he can't hit me. Of course he can hit me. When it comes to achieving a certain goal, Fairy Tail, which has firm beliefs and incomparable confidence, is the strongest. Super Freeze. Ice Arrow. So fast. Laser fainted after seeing the light in front of his eyes, but he thought of the past. My wish is to be faster than anyone else, faster. Chapter 68. Success, Leon. There are 5 more guys like this, right? You're really good, can you stand up? Don't underestimate me. Just then, Laser stood up and shouted to the sky, it's not over yet. This battle is a gamble on my reputation as the 6 demon generals. I will never accept such a defeat. Then he tore open his clothes to reveal the magic crystal bomb tied to his body. It's really abominable, could it be? At this time, Laser had fallen into madness. You two will pay for each other's lives. Just when Gray was about to attack, he found that he had no magic power to use. Just when Gray was still angry, Leon jumped off the cliff with Laser in his arms. What a junior brother who always makes people worry. The explosion sounded, and everyone in the forest looked at the place where the sound came from. Leon! Gray shouted. In the cave at the bottom of the valley. The leader covered his forehead and said in surprise, Laser disappeared. This also means that one corner of the 6 demons has collapsed. Is it that guy? No. It can't be him. If it was him, why didn't he come here to kill me directly? It seems that I was too careless and underestimated these little kids. After saying that, he looked at Midnight who was sleeping soundly and muttered, I didn't expect that I would have to wake this guy up. Midnight. Midnight slowly opened his eyes. Are you awake? Kill all those guys without leaving a single one alive. Yes, father. It seems that one of the 6 demons has been defeated first. After saying that, Izana disappeared on the spot. On the other side. I know where you are hiding, come out. The ground began to soften and wrapped around Jura's body. You are worthy of being one of the 10 holy mages, right? Shock. Jura launched an attack, but just as he got to the side of Rian, he softened it into sand and flew away with the wind. My specialty is magic that softens the soil, and yours is magic that hardens the soil, right? Okay, think about who is stronger? What do you think? Of course, this has nothing to do with the strength of magic. Only those with firm beliefs can win. You got it wrong. No matter which era, the winners are rich people, right? The cobra following Jalal also muttered in his heart, what a strange guy, I can't hear his voice. If I could hear his voice, I wouldn't have to follow him so hard. He stopped. Jalal stared at a tree blocked by iron chains without moving. What's going on? There is such a place in the sea of trees. Is it true that Nirvana is hidden here as the leader said? Jellard touched the tree with one hand, and bursts of white light appeared, and then a white beam of light broke through the sky and reached the clouds. Cobra looked at the scene in front of him and said excitedly, I finally found it, our future. The people who were still fighting and searching in the sea of trees couldn't close their mouths when they saw this scene, and said in surprise, what is this? This is Nirvana. Got it, finally got it. It's ours, it belongs to us. Cobra said almost crazily. Everyone outside couldn't close their mouths when they saw this scene. Father. The leader was also shocked by the scene in front of him. This is definitely not wrong. Congratulations, I will wipe out all the magicians of the regular guilds before midnight. Father, go to that light. Well. Just defeat the group of fairies. I don't want us to be remembered by that guy. Is this Nirvana? But this sense of oppression doesn't seem to be a big deal. Izana murmured as she looked at the terrifying white light. Urza, who was about to wake up, and Wendy, who was exhausted, were also awakened by the noise. Jellard. Jalal. Does Miss Urza know Jalal too? Urza did not respond, but just looked at the white light rising into the sky. What is that light? Yvonne asked. Look, something is flowing out of that weird black tree, and it's being sucked away by the light. What's going on? Lucy said, Nirvana. They. Three of them also realized the seriousness of the matter after hearing this. If it is Nirvana, then Nirvana is where the light column is. If that's the case, doesn't it mean that someone has discovered it? Hippie said, I just don't know if it was the coalition forces or the 6 demon generals who discovered it. Then let's split up. Lian and I will find a way to rescue Wendy. Hippie and you and Miss Lucy will go to the white light and take a look. Got it. Be careful. Damn it, what's going on? Leon. Answer me, Leon. Gray came to the bottom of the cliff and looked for Leon. Don't look for it. It's here. At this time, Izuna appeared in front of Gray holding the still unconscious Leon. ISA. How is Leon? It's okay, he just fainted. Now we just need to wait for him to wake up after a nap. On the other side. What exactly is that light? It's Nirvana, right? Ah. Only then did Jura notice the hot eyes behind him. Don't worry, the main body hasn't been activated yet. It's just been unsealed, but it's full of the smell of money. Right. Jura thought to himself that it was not good. Is it the time to fight this kind of guy now? Nirvana will unseal soon. If we fight this guy now, I'm afraid. Money. Money. Then we will become rich. But as soon as she finished speaking, she screamed. What happened this time? We are now going to the light column while looking for other allied forces. Money, money, money. What is going on? Money. Just as Jura was ready to fight, Rian suddenly changed his style. I don't want that thing, really. Hey. I desperately want to see my brother who was separated from me at birth. I thought I could find him as long as I had money, really. But, I already know that my idea is wrong, really. Okay, let's stop arguing about these trivial matters, really. This world is full of love. Oh. Love. What a sweet and compassionate word it is. As long as there is love in this world, nothing is impossible. Really. Chapter 69. Hot Eyes, moved to tears by love, hugged Jura and said, okay, let's stop the atrocities of my former companions together. Tell them the true beauty of love. Really? Hey. Jura was still in a daze and didn't react. Isuna is right. Yvonne was running hard, attacking from behind from time to time. It seemed that there was a powerful enemy chasing him. Suddenly, Yvonne was knocked to the ground by an attack from nowhere. Midnight slowly appeared and said coldly, the hunt has begun. Yvonne said in horror, what's wrong with this guy? Magic can't hit him. Midnight slowly walked to Yvonne and said, why is he still alive? I'm not that kind. On the other side. If that Nirvana is fully activated, will all of us become bad people? Lucy asked doubtfully. I think this is possible, but the real scary thing about Nirvana is that it can be manipulated at will by humans. For example, if Nirvana is used against a guild, the partners will kill each other without hesitation and wage war against other guilds for no reason. This kind of thing can easily happen. How could it happen? We must find a way to stop it as soon as possible. But, isn't there Izuna? He is the S-class magician of fairy tale, even more powerful than Urza. At this time, Hibiki looked at Lucy and said, although Mr. Izuna is here, we still have to work hard on our own, right? In fact, there is another reason. What? For Mr. Izuna now, I can't trust him completely. Lucy stopped and asked, why? Hibiki also stopped and said, although Mr. Izuna is very powerful and doesn't care about this crusade and only guarantees our safety, I can't trust him completely now. Do you know about the massacre of the council many years ago? Mr. Izuna massacred the entire council for revenge, but because everything the council did at that time was really infuriating, most of the other guilds turned a blind eye. So what? Only 3 people survived the massacre. One is Mr. Yajima, who is an old friend of President Makarov. Lucy asked, who are the remaining 2? Lucy knew what happened at the time, but not in detail. The other one is Jalal, and the other one is a woman, but according to the intelligence, that woman is also a member of the Dark Guild, but the specific information is still unclear, and this time Mr. Izuna can clearly point out the weaknesses of the 6 demon generals and tell us how to win a great victory, which makes people think of. You mean the internal strife of the Dark Guild? But it's just a small probability guess, but with the influence of Nirvana, I'm afraid. If the influence of Nirvana is added, Mr. Izuna will probably be the number one in the Dark Guild. What about Natsu? What if Natsu becomes like that? Anyone can do it. Come on. I'm going to kick everyone away. Destroy everything. Everyone thought of the blackened Natsu and was embarrassed. Well, how come he doesn't seem to be much different from his usual self? So, he has nothing to do with justice or evil. Jalal, clean your neck and wait. I will never let you get close to Urza. Natsu, who was still angry, suddenly stopped. What is this smell? Sure enough, Gray. Gray was still lying in the puddle without responding. Natsu walked over and said as he walked, "You, what are you doing? Lying in a place like this, where is that fast guy?" Seeing that Gray didn't respond, Natsu looked at the beam of light emitted by Nirvana, then helped Gray up and said, "What are you doing? I don't have time to rush, get up, idiot." Gray suddenly showed a sinister smile. Gray. Gray didn't say anything, just pulled the rope in his hand, and then a raft emerged. Natsu exclaimed, "I'm on the raft." But he began to stagger and was about to faint. At this time, Gray said, "You really took the bait, Natsu. I remember your weakness is transportation. How is it, are you comfortable on the rocking raft?" You, Gray." Gray stepped on Natsu's head and said, "I'm annoyed by your presence. Get out of here. You're a traffic-sick idiot. Is that right? All those fights we had before." As he spoke, an ice spear appeared in Gray's hand. "Let's solve them all at once." Just as Gray was about to attack, the ice spear shattered instantly. Lucy and Hibiki just heard the noise and rushed over. Seeing Gray about to kill Natsu, Lucy called out Sagittarius to stop him. "What are you doing, Gray?" Natsu looked at Lucy and was a little moved. Lucy." Just when Natsu wanted to say something, he couldn't help but vomit. "Please. Don't start vomiting right after you called out my name. I said you're too much, Gray. You're going too far. Unless your beloved fish is taken away, then I can understand. This is really too much, okay?" At this time, Gray said disdainfully, "You guys are so nagging, so annoying. After I finish dealing with him, he will play with you. Don't bother me now." "Gray. What's going on? Did Gray also fall into darkness?" "The water is still shaking. It has stopped a long time ago, cheer up." Happy spread his wings and flew towards Natsu. "Natsu, I'm here to save you now." But before he flew far, he was frozen by Gray. "What do you want to do to Happy?" Ignoring Lucy's question, Gray said to himself, "Happy can fly to the sky, but can only transport one person, and has no combat ability. Intelligence data has been collected." "What are you talking about, Gray? Wake up." Hippie said, "Will all people who fall into darkness under the influence of Nirvana become like this?" In Gray's eyes, Lucy is a new member of the guild. He likes this look and is a little concerned about it. This sentence made Lucy blush immediately. "What are you talking about?" Different from the innocent appearance, she is a celestial mage. Celestial, this is interesting. Chapter 70. Star Spirit Mage. How interesting. After saying that, he attacked Lucy. Xiang suddenly appeared in front of Lucy and blocked Gray's attack. "No. You are not Gray at all. Who are you?" "He is not Gray." In Gray's eyes, Xiang is a member of the Blue Pegasus and is very masculine. Other aspects are unknown. It seems that the intelligence information is insufficient. I think he seems to be very wrong. Could it be that the influence of Nirvana will make people become like this? People who fall into darkness are often those who wander between good and evil, but Gray's feelings should not be so unstable. "Who are you?" Lucy questioned. He. Billy. Then he turned into Lucy again. "I don't think you're that smart. How could we be fooled by you transforming into Miss Lucy at this time?" Gemini said, "Really? Aren't men like you the most helpless with women? The information of the celestial spirits has been collected, which is amazing. It turns out that you have so many keys, and have met the celestial spirit king. Your magic power is not that good, but you are very skillful. But it doesn't matter. Okay, Sagittarius. Please." Then Sagittarius began to attack Lucy and Xiang. Moshi. Sagittarius! Lucy exclaimed. No. It's not like that. I didn't mean to do that at all. Xiang, cheer up. Then he looked at Gemini and said, are you controlling my star spirit? Yes, I am now capable of doing anything you can do. At this time, Sagittarius had already drawn the bow and was ready to shoot, but he still reminded Lucy and said, I'm really sorry, Miss Lucy, Mr. Xiang. My body itself. He started attacking before he finished speaking, but Xiang was still defending. Sagittarius, close the door. You go down and rest first. I'm so sorry, Moshi Moshi. Then he turned into a golden light and disappeared. Gemini said, then it's my turn. Open it, Sagittarius gate. Sagittarius. Then Sagittarius appeared next to Gemini again. Are you summoning me, Moshi Moshi? Then Sagittarius looked around and said in surprise, what is going on? Moshi Moshi. This time I summoned you, which means I am your current master. That's right, Moshi Moshi. Sagittarius, close the door. But when Lucy finished speaking, Sagittarius did not disappear. Strange. It's useless. I summoned the star spirit, so of course I am the only one who can close the door. How could it be? Okay, Sagittarius. Just then Angel came out and said, forget it. Enough. Hearing this voice, Jamie also turned into two little people. You are the celestial mage among the 6 demon generals, right? That's right, these two kids can copy each other's appearance, abilities, and thoughts. They can copy anything. Lucy looked at the current scene and thought in her heart, just like we will never fall into darkness, the 6 demon generals, of course, it is not so easy for them to suddenly have a kind heart. Nirvana has no effect on us at present. Hibiki and Natsu are unable to fight now. I must think of a way. Fortunately, I am lucky. There is a river here and water is available. At this time, Angel interrupted Lucy's thinking, I want to have all your keys. I will solve you and receive all your astrology. Tao, everyone flows away. Open, the door of Scorpio. Scorpio is the 12 gates of the zodiac. Scorpion. We are. Yet. Okay. Akia, I haven't seen it for a long time, yet. You don't know people are so lonely. No, you usually say your boyfriend. Yes, that's him. We are. Nice to meet you. Hello, Aquia's master, yet. He showed up. But how could Aquia's personality be? Then Aquia said to Lucy fiercely, try to talk nonsense in front of Scorpion if you dare. You won't just fall to the ground when the time comes. You should know it well, right? Yes. Do you want to go to dinner together? We are, I know a restaurant where you can see the aurora. I have something else to do. Can I go first? Angel, yet. Go. Wait a minute. Aquia, don't go. But before Lucy took 2 steps, Aquia and Scorpion disappeared. At this time, Angel mocked, you, a little girl who doesn't even know the relationship between the stars, can't win me. After saying that, he kicked Lucy away. What should I do? My strongest celestial spirit was blocked. No. There is another one, the strongest celestial spirit. Open it, Leo Gate. Loki. It's the prince's turn. At this time, Xiang saw this scene and was shocked to say Leo. Please, if you don't hit her, the guild will be in danger. This is a small matter. Angel smiled and said, hee. Didn't I just say that the most important thing is the relationship between the celestial spirits? Open it, Aries Gate. Aries. I'm sorry, Leo. Aries. She is Colin's. Colin's celestial spirit. Aries, are you the murderer of Colin? In this way, even Loki can't fight. Aries. Colin's celestial spirit. Colin? Are you talking about that overconfident woman? I got rid of her. This is my trophy at that time. After patting Aries, he continued, that woman, who obviously has no powerful magic, dared to open 2 star spirits at the same time. She was courting her own destruction. However, I was the one who gave her the final fatal blow. I have dealt with many star spirit mages and seized the keys from them. I will still accept the star spirits you used. Karen was killed by this woman, she actually killed my lover, Karen's life. Star Spirit Mages, these guys, it's all because of these guys. Chapter 71. Just when Xiang was about to escape into darkness, she suddenly realized, no. If I feel resentful, Nirvana will take away my mind and I will fall into darkness. I can't think about it anymore. It's rare that we meet, but we have become enemies, Loki. Go back to your own world. Just when Lucy was about to close the door, Loki stopped her. Don't underestimate me, Lucy. Although she was once my friend, she is an enemy if she serves a different master. Fighting for the master is not only the mission of the Star Spirit, but also the promise Isa and I once made. Ares said with a firm look, even if the opponent was once my benefactor, I should defeat the enemy for the master. Then Loki and Ares said in unison, this is our Star Spirit. This kind of thing is wrong. Wool bomb. The glory of the Lion King. As expected of the head of the 12 gates of the Zodiac, it is a bit disadvantageous for her to fight against the battle Star Spirit Leo. Well, in that case. Open it, the gate of the carving seat. KLM. Pay attention. KLM, that is the target. Aim at the moment when Ares entangles Leo and attack as much as you can. Upon hearing the command, KLM also transformed into a cannon form, and after gathering magic power, it directly pierced through the bodies of Ares and Leo. Ah ha ha ha. It's going really smoothly. Leo. Ares. I'm sorry, Lucy. You met a good master, that's great. After the two disappeared, Angel said, how is it, this is the simultaneous double door opening. It seems that the powerful Leo can't be used for the time being. There are such people. Lucy said angrily, clenching her fists. What's the matter? The celestial spirits won't die anyway, so what's the problem? But they still feel pain, and they have feelings. Are you still qualified to be called a celestial spirit mage? Izana saw all of this, but after coming and taking a look, he left, complaining as he left, I wanted to see the ultimate move, but it just happened not long ago, Urza should have woken up. Open it, Taurus Gate. Taros. Moo. Just when Taros was still in the air, Gemini transformed into Lucy's appearance and took the carving tool stand and flew him directly to solve it. Taros. But before Lucy finished speaking, her body began to shake and she knelt in the river. How can I? Angel explained, you obviously don't have strong magic power, but you still dare to summon the spirits. How can it be? Then Gemini began to punch and kick Lucy, and only stopped after Angel called for a stop. After all, Angel was afraid. She was not as arrogant as the leader Brian. If she really beat her to death, she would be remembered. What's that look in your eyes? It's really infuriating. Free Ares. Gemini was stunned when he heard it. What are you talking about? The child was abused by the previous owner, and she has been living in great pain, so. But before Lucy finished speaking, Gemini beat her away again. What should you say when you need something from someone? Lucy. I beg you, please. I want Ares and Loki to be together forever. Only our Star Spirit Mage can do this. Angel was speechless, looking at Lucy like a fool and said, give it to you for free. I'll give you everything you want, except the key. I can give you anything you want. What about your life? Jamie, keep hitting. Jamie raised her hand and prepared to hit Lucy. Lucy was ready to die, but she didn't hit him. Jamie. Angel didn't understand what Jamie meant. Jamie said, beautiful, beautiful voice echoing. Jamie saw Lucy's past and other star spirits. Mom. I like star spirits the most. Star spirits are not shields. How could I abandon my partner who is about to disappear in front of me? Gemini slowly shed tears and cried, I can't do it. Lucy loves us from the bottom of her heart, loves us, the star spirits. Gemini. Get out. Angel directly closed Jamie's door. Really, they are all a bunch of good-for-nothings. Xiang walked behind Lucy and covered her neck. Xiang. No. Way, even this man has fallen into darkness. Ha 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 ha. At this time, Xiang said, don't move. My ancient magic book will give you the only super magic knowledge. What is this? In my mind, I have never seen a pattern before. It was a close call. I almost fell into darkness. Fortunately, the bond between you and the star spirit surrounded me in light. I believe you can use this magic. Damn it, Kalum, stop them. Leave it to you, Lucy. Xiang also fell down because he had no magic power. Then a large amount of magic power burst out beside Lucy, and the surroundings turned into a starry sky. Measure the sky and open the sky, summon all the stars. Gather all the light and appear before your eyes. 4 books, I am the ruler of all the stars. Open all the gates of desolation in all directions. Angel looked at the scene in front of him at a loss, he had never seen such magic. What on earth is this? Kalum, hurry up. All 88 stars in the sky, open them. All the stars in the sky. Ah! When Lucy reacted, she saw Angel falling into the river. It hurts. Strange, what happened to me? Hibiki, happy, Natsu. Hibiki looked at this scene and said with relief, I knew you could do it. All the stars in the sky. Angel also climbed up, and then his eyes became fearless and he said coldly, the 6 demon generals will never give up like this. What's going on? I can't use any strength at all, and why did this woman become like this? Lucy wanted to dodge the attack of the carving base, but found that she had no strength. I don't care who you belong to, 1 life for 1 life. Go to hell. It missed. How come even you? Angel had no magic power, no strength, and the star spirits no longer obeyed her, and finally fell down. My wish is to disappear in the sky like an angel. Why did it end up in the water? Chapter 72. Natsu. Lucy was still chasing after Natsu, who was drifting. Cheer up. Put your hand out. Just when the 2 of them held hands, a vibration sound was heard and then they were washed down by the rapids. What's going on? It's the rapids. Wait a minute. No way. The leader in the cave also sensed that one of the lines on his face was missing. How is it possible? Even the angels. I will never let you sacrifice in vain. Wait, the light will begin to collapse soon. I'm not dead yet. Isana returned to the original place and only saw Wendy and Xiaolulu but not Urza. Mr. Isana. Wendy seemed to have something to say. Hey! Miss Urza. I know, she's gone. You know. At this time, Xiaolulu interrupted Wendy and asked, Human male, why don't you help in this situation? Wendy thought this was very rude and wanted to stop Xiaolulu from talking. Xiaolulu. It's still early, and you guys don't underestimate this guy Natsu. Jalal is still alive. How did he do it? No, why is he here? What expression should I have when facing him? Are you talking about Nirvana, a magic that can completely change people's personalities? Jura asked, looking at the hot eyes. That's right, really. And in the initial stage, the black beam will forcefully change the personality of people who are wandering between good and evil, really. Just like what Lord Isana said, so you are also wandering between good and evil. Although I did everything for money, to be honest. I still feel a little guilty, really. Why do I think you are just saying nice things? This is all for my brother who was forced to separate, really. Everything is to find my brother, and that's why I need money, really. Speaking of my brother, Lord Isana assigned me and Urza the task of getting you back on the right path. At first I didn't understand how to convince you, but Lord Isana said that your brother is doing well now and is traveling around the world with his companions. After I told you where your brother is, you will get back on the right path. Really? Really? My brother is still alive, and he has a companion, and is traveling. Yes, that's what Lord Isana said. I am very satisfied to know my brother's whereabouts and that he is living well. Really? At this time, Jura asked, aren't you afraid that I am lying to you? Hot Eyes waved his hand and said, Mr. Isana is very strong, even the leader is not his opponent, he has no need to lie to me. Then he said, looking at you so closely, I can't help but think of the past. You are not going to tell me now that I look like your brother, right? Then Hot Eyes smiled and said, no, you look exactly like the potatoes that my brother and I ate before. I am a potato. Come on, for love, you must stop the leader and them. Really? Hee, what's wrong? Midnight said to Lian, who was in a mess in front of him. I've been feeling something is wrong since just now. How could my magic? Midnight smiled and said nothing, but Lian felt that this was an insult to him, so he attacked. Damn it! Air magic, aerial remote control. But Lien remained motionless after attacking Midnight. Damn it, I didn't hit him again this time. Midnight also fought back, and Lien fell down with a curse. The second person is so boring. Is there no one stronger than that person? Maybe I shouldn't have come. I don't understand why you are still talking like this, Wendy. Because. At this time, Izuna said, because you saved Jalal, right? Don't forget that your negative emotions will cause you to be robbed of your mind by darkness. But. You are right to save Jalal. Now he only wants to destroy Nirvana. What? Xiaolulu and Wendy were both shocked and confused, while Izuna was like, please beg me and I will tell you why. Expression. Why? Izuna got what he wanted and then explained, didn't I say it all? He has lost his memory now. He is no longer the one lurking in the council. Now he doesn't distinguish between friend and foe, at least for now. Now he just relies on his instinct to destroy Nirvana, a problem that harms the world. So that's it. But there is another problem. He is not your benefactor. Your benefactor is Mist Gang from our guild. He looks exactly like Jalal, so he told you his name was Jalal at the time. What? How did Mr. Izuna know about this? Wendy asked in confusion. He told me this. And I'm omniscient and omnipotent, I know everything about astronomy and geography. The second half of this sentence caused Xiaolulu to dislike, all males are the same. I'm not lying to you, for example, Xiaolulu, your mission. What? How did you know? Izuna smiled at the sunset and said, I said, I'm omniscient and omnipotent. Your mission is actually just something you imagined, there is no mission at all. Iluza came under the beam of light generated by Nirvana, and saw Jalal standing there motionless, until Jalal sensed someone coming and looked back. Iluza, did she recover? Damn! I didn't even notice her appearance. I won't let you touch Jalal before Nirvana's body is activated. Cobra looked at the two people who were still looking at each other. Urza didn't know what to do for a moment. Although she knew Jalal was here, she still said in shock, Jalal. Urza. How did you end up here? I don't know either. Urza, I only remember this name. Can you tell me who I am? And do you know me? Who is Urza? I can't remember anything now. Has this guy lost his memory? Tell the leader as soon as possible. Jalal. Chapter 73. What are you doing, Grey? Why is there no one here? What's going on now? The happy who just woke up looked confused. I can't remember anything now. Urza slowly walked towards Jalal and whispered, Jalal. Don't come over here. Then she raised her arm and attacked. After the smoke cleared, Urza didn't move a step and still stood there. Don't come over here. Then it's your turn. I'm Urza. Come to me. Your name is Jalal, and you used to be my partner. Partner. But you went crazy later, not only blaspheming the dead but also hurting your partners, and even almost destroying the council, and finally killing Simon. Jalal's eyes turned red and he shed a few tears after hearing this. If you want to say that you have forgotten all of this, then I will stab the sword into your heart. Let you remember it forever. Come to me, come to me. Urza roared. I actually left my partner, how could I do this? How could I do such a thing? Jalal could no longer stop the tears from flowing down. What should I do? Urza missed him when she saw this scene. Is this Jalal? Lucy, who woke up, covered her arm and said in pain, it hurts. Have you bandaged it? Then she looked at her clothes and found that they were all new. She couldn't help but wonder, why am I wearing this kind of clothes? It can't be Izuna or Natsu. I can't get married. At this time, Baru said, you are wearing clothes from the celestial spirit realm, because your clothes are all tattered, and it's not the king who changed your clothes. You don't need the king to come for the time being. Virgo Baru. Natsu also woke up after hearing the voice. Where is this place? Baru introduced, you and Mr. Natsu are wearing couple outfits. Why are you meddling? Natsu also remembered, and then shouted, Jalal, where is that light? The three of them also looked at the beam of light produced by Nirvana. It's very close, but why does the color seem to have changed? Yes, it changed from black to white during the time when you two fainted. Natsu looked at the beam and went from angry to furious, until he sighed in the end. Lucy was also surprised to see that. She thought Natsu would get angry, but he just sighed and nothing happened. It was really dangerous just now, thank you. Lucy blushed when she heard this and whispered, why are you so polite all of a sudden? Sure enough, there is a relationship. Why are you talking like a harpy? Natsu only reacted at this time and asked, by the way, where is the harpy? I didn't see him. Barg said. Lucy, according to the group, aren't you in the same group as the Blue Pegasus? Lucy sighed, everyone has dispersed. There's nothing we can do about it, so let's go to the light first. Barg bowed and said, Princess, if there's nothing else, I'll take my leave. Then she turned into a ray of light and disappeared here. What the hell is a princess? Barg. Then Lucy thought, just now, Barg came through the door with her own magic power. I haven't confirmed the contract with her yet, but none of my other star spirits can come through. Only one Barg who didn't sign a contract came out, which means, my magic power is 0 now. At this time, Lucy heard the movement from the front, and also stepped back a few steps and stood with Natsu. Seeing the pink hair of the newcomer, Lucy was also surprised and said, Julie. Great, you are safe. I remember, you are not on Karna Island. By the way, where are the dog and eyebrows? At this time, Lucy complained, which year do you want to go back to? Julie said coldly, I found you, the magician of fairy tale. What's wrong? Julie sneered, and then the tree behind her grew 2 huge hands and attacked Natsu and Lucy, but Grey attacked on the way and interrupted Julie's magic. You woman! After saying that, he choked Julie. Grey! Are you two okay? Let me go. Damn, I didn't expect you to be alive. It's you who killed Lord Leon. I want to save Leon, avenge the Lord. Jerry struggled hard, trying to get rid of Grey's control. This woman, after that light appeared, suddenly became abnormal. At this time, the unaware Natsu thought of Grey who had just turned into Jiminy and said, you were also abnormal just now. 9 out of 10 were abnormal. Hey! Lucy explained, Natsu, that was fake just now. Unforgivable, I want to avenge Lord Leon. At this time, a voice came, who are you going to avenge? Everyone looked over. Don't just say someone is dead. Lord Leon. Grey saw the person coming and said, I said this guy is okay. But it was really dangerous just now. The power of the magic crystal bomb that guy hit was beyond my imagination. If it weren't for Izzo from your guild, I'm afraid I would have to lie down for a long time before I could move. The black beam has completely turned white. What happened? Xiang, wake up quickly. Everyone is safe. Natsu, Urza. I already know that you have completely lost your memory. No wonder I can't hear your voice at all. Cobra came out. It's the 6 demon generals. How did you find this place, and why do you want to remove the seal of Nirvana? Cobra ignored Urza and said to Jalal. I heard someone's voice in my sleep, saying that he wanted to get Nirvana. I vaguely remember this magic and its hiding place. This is a dangerous magic that must not fall into anyone's hands. So just to completely destroy it, I lifted the seal. Ah! Urza was also surprised and said, you said you want to completely destroy Nirvana? I have set up a self-disciplined collapse magic circle, and Nirvana will soon destroy itself. After saying that, many dense magic circles appeared on the light column behind Jalal. Seeing this, Cobra ran over directly. What is it? This difficult magic circle, Nirvana will really collapse if it continues like this. Jalal. Hurry up and tell me the password to unlock it. Jalal said with a pained voice, Arisa, I feel gentleness from this name, very gentle, very cheerful. And a very warm feeling. I think you will continue to hate me, and there is nothing I can do about it. You should hate me. But this kind of hatred will only take away the freedom of the soul. It will also slowly corrode you. Jalal. I can't get to you, I can't get in front of you. This guy. You must free yourself from Jalal. Your hatred and sadness. I will take them all away. He actually set up a self-disciplined collapse magic circle on himself. You are free. Jalal. Chapter 74. In the depths of the Audiobook Sea, Urza and Jalal finally reunited, but Jalal had already lost his past memories. Jalal wanted to use the self-disciplined collapse magic circle to kill himself and Nirvana together, and also hoped to free Urza from hatred, but Urza. Jalal. Urza walked quickly towards Jalal who was lying on the ground. Cobra looked at this scene and couldn't help thinking in his heart, does he want to take the unlocking code of the self-disciplined collapse magic circle into the grave? I won't allow it. I won't allow you to die so easily. You are still carrying sins. Jalal slowly opened his eyes. Remember now. Don't think you can just walk away without any burden. Live and suffer. Jalal. Jalal whispered, Urza, why are you crying? Seeing that Urza didn't respond, Jalal said, you are really kind. Jalal, cheer up. At this time, the leader of the 6 demon generals came in and asked Cobra, what happened here just now? Leader. Brian walked to the beam and looked at the magic circle set by Jalal and said lightly, it's the self-discipline collapse magic circle. It was set by Jalal. If it goes on like this, it will be bad. The nirvana that we finally found will disappear. Cobra reminded. Brian smiled and said calmly, don't worry, Cobra. You should know why my code name is called the Head, right? I used to work in the Magic Development Bureau. During that time, I used my knowledge to create hundreds of magics, one of which is this, the self-discipline collapse magic circle. This is also what I taught you personally, have you forgotten, Jalal? After speaking, he looked at Jalal in surprise and said, he actually set up a self-discipline collapse magic circle on himself. Does he want to take the decryption code to the underworld? Cobra explained, because of the influence of the magic spirit power, his memory seems to be incomplete, and he doesn't even seem to remember that he is a big bad guy. Brian also laughed when he heard this, haha, really? It's ridiculous. Even if there is no decryption code, I can easily invalidate things like magic circles. Brian said, and the self-discipline collapse magic circle gradually disappeared with a wave of his hand. Jalal, who was lying on the ground, looked at this scene and said in shock, how could it be? You are so pathetic, Jalal. Then I will accept nirvana without any hesitation. Seeing this, Urza also summoned her long sword and rushed forward to try to stop Brian, don't even think about it. Wake up quickly, Nirvana. Please show your true form. After speaking, Nirvana seemed to have heard Brian's call, and the white light gradually spread, as if it would wake up in the next moment. Cobra said excitedly, I heard it, I heard our future. I heard the sound of justice destruction. Xiaolulu, look there. How could it be? Impossible. Mr. Hot Eyes, this is... It started. Really? The final stage is here, Nirvana is really going to be resurrected. Men. What's going on? Didn't it succeed? What happened? This time. It doesn't look good. Mr. Hot Eyes, do you see anything? Hot Eyes stared at the ground and said, it seems that something huge is coming out. Really? You said something huge. Before he finished speaking, the real Nirvana rose from the ground. What is this thing? I have never seen it before. Natsu said in shock. It keeps coming out of the ground. Is this what Nirvana is? Can this thing still be called magic? While everyone was still surprised, the ground suddenly began to shake, like an earthquake. It's shaking. Natsu said in surprise. Please calm down. Why do I have a very ominous premonition? Ah, that's it. Suddenly, everyone was knocked away by this huge monster buried underground. I knew it. After a while, Nirvana's lineup also appeared. Brian, standing at the highest point in the center of Nirvana, said excitedly, finally. I finally got it. The ultimate weapon that can disintegrate justice. Super reversal magic, Nirvana. The regular guild relies on the greatest weapon, unity and trust, will be useless from this moment on. Jalal, lying on the ground, said, everything is over. Who said everything is over? Look for yourself. Urza looked at the people who were rushing up. Go, fairy tale. You are absolutely capable of stopping it. Charlu, let's go there quickly. Let's go up quickly too. Okay, grab my hand. Helping each other between partners is true love. Really. We will never give up easily, and we always hold hope. Go up along this and attack the main body directly. At this time, Gray said, that's right, why are you two wearing couple outfits? I don't know about this either. Live and witness the future, Jalal. Jalal smiled when he heard this. I will, go with you. Yi, why are you hanging on the tree? Izana, who was passing by, looked at this scene and asked curiously. Mr. Izana. Come and save me. Men. Then Izana used magic to get Yi down from the tree and said, can you still fight? Yi. Of course, I have smelled the scent of the defeat of the 6 demon generals. Men. In that case, you go and help them, I still have to save your little apprentice. Thank you, men. Then Yi ran towards Nirvana with all his strength, and Izana disappeared on the spot. Happy. Hey. Aren't you with Natsu? I'm telling you, Izana, Grey was too much just now, he attacked Natsu and froze him. Happy recounted what happened just now. That's it, after I woke up, I found that only the man with the blue Pegasus was still here. I see, you should go help Natsu first, Natsu's fighting power will be reduced by half without you this time. Let me take care of Hibiki. Hey. After saying that, Happy flew away to find Natsu, leaving Izana and Hibiki here, an angel. Chapter 75. Why are you soaking in the water, angel? Izana said as he fished her out, and then tried to wake her up. Aren't you afraid of choking to death? Hey! Wake up! Izana shook Angel. Looking at the motionless Angel and Xiang, Izana immediately took action to treat them. Xiang woke up first. Senior Isa? Why are you here? If I hadn't come, would you have expected Habitat to save you? Xiang bowed respectfully and said, thank you, Senior Isa. You're welcome. Recover your magic first. If you want to help, go. If you want to rest, take a rest. This time, can you let Lucy learn that, what's it called? All Sky Stars. Oh, All Sky Stars, that's it. Okay, go and rest first. This woman hasn't woken up yet. Xiang then noticed Angel lying on the ground, and then wanted to kill her directly, but found that he couldn't use magic now. This woman. It was her, she who killed Colin. Isana looked at this scene and whispered, so? You want to kill her? And then avenge Colin. I want to avenge Colin all the time. After saying that, Xiang moved a huge rock from the side and raised it high to smash Angel to death. At the moment when Xiang smashed it down, Isana directly smashed the rock and stopped Xiang, who was about to fall into darkness. I also feel sorry for Colin's death, but look at you now, you have been affected by Nirvana. But, it was her. She killed Colin. Xiang almost roared. I told her a long time ago, and President Bob also reminded Colin, but she still didn't repent. To put it bluntly, her death was deserved. I'm sorry Xiang, I will let you kill this woman, her existence is useful to me. Isana said, holding Xiang's shoulders with both hands. I know. After saying that, Xiang leaned against a big tree nearby and said nothing. Nirvana began to move, and the movement also woke up Angel, who was in a coma. Am I, in heaven? At this time, Izana said, no. You are lying on the ground now. Angel looked at the handsome man in front of him with a hint of laziness and couldn't help but admire, so handsome. But after saying that, he realized that something was wrong, and then asked, why are you here? Didn't you say that you would not appear in this game as long as their lives were not in danger? And why am I here? Did you do something unspeakable to me while I was unconscious? It's over. I can't get married. Woo woo woo. Izana smiled slightly when he heard this, and then looked up at the sky and remembered that Selene was the same, asking questions all the time and pestering people. I'm asking you a question. What are you thinking about? Isana glanced at him coldly, frightening Angel so much that he trembled and dared not say anything more. Isana said, first of all, I didn't do anything. I just saved them. Secondly, I came here so that Happy could help Natsu, and then treat you too. Finally, you are really ugly. Confidence is a good thing, but don't be blindly confident. You. Hey. Something wrong. It's okay. It's okay. Angel waved his hand and explained, then turned and left. Nirvana began to move, and Natsu began to feel dizzy because of the movement, and looked like he was about to vomit at any time. What are you doing, Natsu? Come on, can you be more promising? Lucy and Grey didn't realize why Natsu became like this, so they urged him. Natsu said weakly, this, is that, right? Lucy asked, which one? It's a kind of transportation. Although it's moving, it's not a transportation, just think of it that way. Gray encouraged. Encouraged, Natsu stood up and shouted, I know. But he returned to his original state after taking 2 steps. I feel like vomiting. Lucy also encouraged, this is an octopus's foot. I think you are not afraid of riding a living thing, right? The problem is, octopuses don't live in the forest. Why bother about such a small place? Natsu patted his forehead, trying to keep himself awake. Okay, I'm fine now. But as soon as Natsu finished speaking, the huge foot moved forward, causing a huge vibration, and Natsu almost fell down, which scared Lucy and Gray. Natsu! Idiot! Stand firm for me! I know, watch me! After saying that, Natsu fell completely. Natsu! Just then, a flash of light appeared and steadily caught Natsu, who was about to fall to death. Seeing that he did not continue to fall, Natsu also understood who was coming. Happy. Hey! It's Happy, you caught it very well. Gray took a deep breath and said, I can't stand it, I almost had a heart attack. Natsu praised Happy. You look so handsome, hero. How about it, Natsu? Flying with me in the wind, it feels very comfortable, right? Yes, it is indeed very comfortable. At this time, Gray and Lucy also arrived at the final point. Gray said to the 2 people in the sky, you 2 just fly up. As for us, we will crawl in from this hole and take a look inside. No problem. Then Happy took Natsu off and arrived in the sky. This is... Happy was surprised, it's a town. And it looks very old. Natsu was also surprised and speechless. How can there be such a thing? Suddenly Natsu became serious, looking at a building in the distance and muttered to himself, this smell, is the smell of that guy. Finally succeeded, leader. Finally got Nirvana. Cobra said excitedly. Cobra stood on a high place and looked down at everything in front of him. Is this the legacy of the ancients, Kyubilios? This is really spectacular. Cobra, come and see. This world expanding in front of us. At this time, the leader Brian said. The city of the ancients, this is the true face of Nirvana. In this audience hall, I can move this city at will. Move, city? Do you mean where the thing is going? Kebra asked. Otherwise, we can't attack that guild from here. Is that our first target? Let's call it the starting point of the collapse of justice. Go ahead, ancient city.